Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Hello, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome to another live Kopish show. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Here with man like Matt, here with Drifty. And I've already been called, before this show's even started, I've already been called the party pooper, no fun cow. It's rough what happens behind the scenes when the show isn't on. I get a lot of abuse, guys, but here nor there, we are here for another show. And this show is who would you sign as Liverpool manager? So we're going to play the role of slot today. And we are going to stick to the rules. So the rules are you have to have you have to have 17 non-homegrown you have to have 17 non-homegrown players.
No, joking.
Well, sorry, you have to have up to 17 non-homegrown players, up to 8 homegrown players, and then under 21s, then you can do your thing with that. So without any further ado, also for anyone who watched the show where we collectively decided who we would sell, that's not applied to this show. We're going to do our individual sales and our individual purchases. So with that being said, guys, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first because I know right now I'm in the mud, but I know the players I want to bring in. I just got to, you know what I'm saying, do some reshuffling. So,
all right, can I ask a question?
There we go.
Oh boy.
Go on, Drew.
Red Skittle. All right. Something that Mbappe would obviously be done. But if you was going for a player that was like... let me give an example because he's not on my list. Florian Wirtz. Is that realistic? Would you lot consider me being unrealistic or would you lot consider that me being realistic?
Me personally, I would say unrealistic. And that's only because I think Xabi's staying, which means I think they keep hold of Wirtz this season.
But am I allowed to have him in my list regardless of whether it might be deemed as unrealistic?
I mean, it's not Mbappe. So, like, it's not the most unrealistic thing I've ever heard.
Are we in agreement that there's only a few players in the world like Vinny Jr., Mbappe, Haaland? Those are the players you couldn't put on your list even if you wanted to because that's stupid. But everyone else should technically be okay, right?
I mean, the chat are saying... They got the chat. They're saying it's unrealistic. However,
if Florian Wirtz is unrealistic, in all honesty, though, we might as well just quit now because
don't Drifty. Don't try and do what you're. I know what you're trying to do, bro.
No, I mean in real life. If Florian Wirtz in real life is unrealistic to a point where we can't even put him in a fantasy game,
no, but it's not unrealistic in the sense that we couldn't tempt him to Liverpool. We might just not want to leave now, innit?
But can't we just play the game based on the fact that what if he could?
No, because it's not full fantasy. We can't go full
fantasy. That's why, hey, Drift, I'm going to be real.
Peter, make me come out I real. Peter, come out I real. You see it get bad. Peter, we are going to blood clot, Peter, you're nearly dead.
Drifty, come out of the real. I hear what you're saying. What you're saying, like I said, bro, I don't think it's the most unrealistic thing, but it's just that signing in particular, I think, Wirtz stays at Leverkusen.
He's not on my list, by the way. I just wanted to test the waters as to what you lot consider unrealistic.
I hear that.
I feel like you're going to do a madness. One of you is going to do a madness.
I'm not gonna
I've just got a few. I've just got a few players that I've got a feeling would be hard to tempt out of the club, but I still believe that they are nowhere near unrealistic for the fact that we're Liverpool.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's say, for example, you put a player in that we may deem unrealistic, then let the community decide.
Yeah. Shall I go first?
Let's have some fun.
I've gone for like mad ultra realistic. Like, I'll be like, what I've done is ultra realistic. Like, it's not something mad. So I'll be shocked if people say, that sign is unrealistic. I'll be shocked. Put it like that. Do you know what I mean? Because in my mind as well, I think we're only going to make 3 to 4 signings, if I'm being honest. That's me being ultra realistic.
3 to 4. You'll be lucky
Yeah.
if we make 2 to 3, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, but also ambitious. Ambitious but realistic. Because in my opinion, ambitious is you get 4 like bad boys through the window. And that's very rare for even for any team to make 4 amazing transfers like in one transfer window. Normally you get 2, and then some of the others might be a bit meh. But so as I'm saying, some people are saying we need 5, 6. I understand we need more, but we've got to be realistic. Liverpool aren't going to make a turnover in one transfer window.
I was going to say we've given ourselves the a 3 to 5 range for signing. So anything between 3 and 5, we've given ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is fair. All right, can you guys see the screen? All right, yeah.
We can't see anything.
Screen?
Oh, that would do it help if you had this.
Yeah.
All
We
right,
can see the screen right now.
All right. If I make it slightly smaller,
What we signing, Matt?
No.
Man said the wing wizard is on the transfer committee, bro.
Can you see that all right, yeah?
It's make or break. Yeah.
Cool.
It's make or break, fam. Yep.
All right. So Matt, you're up first then, brother.
All right. So let me say the first player that I would sign for Liverpool, and he will be in the non-homegrown
Who's
section.
that handsome fella?
I need to go and get a DM. I think this is realistic. Everyone knows what I'm about to say, and that is Matt Vifer. He is a player that I think Liverpool need to 100% go and get.
Okay.
So Matt Vifer from Final. I think he's 24 years old. The only annoying thing I think at the moment, guys, I believe he might have an injury, which again is just like flipping out the player that.
As long as it's not super serious, that wouldn't be an issue.
No, it's not super serious, but he has got an injury, I believe, and that's why, as far as I'm going to say, that's the DM spot.
Cool.
And then the second.
Oh, I thought we were going to do one at a time. Are we going to?
No. Let's let Matt do his thing, and then you do yours, and then I'll do mine.
All right, and then
we'll swap drift.
Okay. The second signing I'm gonna make is a centre back because also Matip's left. I'm gonna go and get William Patro from Frankfurt. 22 years of age, left-footed centre back, athletic, can read the game very well, combative. We can play the high line with Patro in defence. He's a defender that I think we should be going to get, in my opinion. So the next one is William Patro.
Yep.
I'm even looking at the fees as well on transfer market, bro. So I've gone ultra realistic. Like, for example, as things stand, Matt Vifer, 27 million euros. Obviously, these things can change.
So do we? Sorry to cut you, boys. Yeah. Do we add like 10 mil on what's on transfer market then?
Hold on, we've got to include the amount.
No, we don't have to. We don't have to.
Hey, Drift would have been finishing. Huh?
Yeah, Drift. Yeah, that's how I know he's done a madness. That's how I know he's done a madness behind the scenes. All right, let's not include the prices. I know Drift's done a madness. From the fact that he just said that, I know he's done a madness. Man's gonna be playing a 2-3-1-1 formation or something.
And the other person I would like to bring to the club is a right wing forward that can play left wing forward, that can play 10, that can play support striker. His name is Kudos. Mohamed Kudos, who's also rated at 50 million euros, which we know won't be the case because when English clubs get into negotiations, that's going to jump to like 75, 80, in my opinion. And last but not least, this might surprise a few people. I'm actually going to bring back a defender that's out on loan at Mainz, and that's Sepp Vandenberg. I think he goes into the homegrown, or is he under 21? No, he'll be homegrown, isn't it?
He'll be homegrown, yeah.
Yeah. And those are the 4 players that I have on my list.
Okay. So looking at your squad here,
what alterations do I need to make?
So you're 2 players over the limit on the homegrown side.
On the homegrown?
Yeah. Hold on,
All
before I start, are you selling any players from the non-homegrown?
Give me 1 sec. So I've got the chart here as well, so I can see it a bit. From the non-homegrown.
Yeah.
Nah, because I thought about it. In fact, I would.
So you're keeping Diaz and Nunes now?
For now, yeah, I am. Because it's easier to keep them. Oh, but I also thought as well, we're going to play a lot more Champions League games. Realistically, it's going to sound harsh. I want to get rid of Nunes, but you said be realistic. If we're going to get rid of Nunes, that means Liverpool, in my opinion, would have to go and get someone like an Isak, have to go get a big upgrade. I think the people would say that's unrealistic because Newcastle probably would ask for an extraordinary amount of money, something Liverpool won't pay for. And that's why I didn't want to make a rash decision and just go and pick any striker. So as things stand right now, these are the players that I would add to the attack. And I also don't think...
Sorry to cut you down, Matt. This is what you would do, not what the club would do.
No, as things stand right now, this is what I'm doing right now. As things stand right now, this is what I'm doing. Because I couldn't think of a striker. As things stand right this second, who is realistic enough for Liverpool to go and get, that's an upgrade. Like, in my opinion, if I'm the manager, this is very different to what I want and what I'm being realistic with. I would go and get Isak, pay the money, pay the fee, pay the £90 million, which Newcastle want. I will go and do that. Because I could go and do that now, but then you lot will say that's unrealistic. Liverpool, I don't think you're going to spend.
So here's the thing. I don't think
we can't we? Because we can sell Nunes for say 50.
I don't think it's unrealistic because Newcastle have to sell one of the big boys as well.
There's no way you lot can say that first is unrealistic, but Isak.
But this is how I knew it was starting the debate.
No, but Isak would be more realistic, Drift, because Newcastle are in a position where they might have to sell, and we could 100% prize Isak away from Newcastle.
No, we can't, bro.
Newcastle
are only going to sell one of their assets, and Bruno Gomes is the one they can't stop happening if someone triggers his release clause. They are not going to commission
trigger the release.
But they will. Not Man United. Man City and Arsenal both want Bruno Gomes. One of them are going to trigger his release clause.
Potentially. But as of
especially
right
now
that
Paqueta's not available, Cal. With Paqueta possibly never playing ball again, City would definitely go for Gomes if they can't get Paqueta.
All right. Someone just said in the chat as well, Maverick, we could argue the same thing for Kudos then. West Ham don't have to sell Kudos.
How is Kudos unrealistic?
No, but West Ham's in a bit of
the release clause comes in next summer.
No, but West Ham aren't in a position to stop Kudos improving his career, whereas Newcastle would have aspirations to be a big boy. There is a difference.
They're not there yet, They're not there yet.
But they're rich enough to not care about money count. That's the thing. They could, if they get 100 mil for Gomes.
I'm the one I'm crazy saying this, but because of FFP, they're not in that position, Drew.
If they want to go and spend, you're right. But I just mean to stabilize the club. They've got no money issues in that regard. So they're not going to let both of their best assets go. One, not both. There's no way Newcastle take a backward step and both their assets go at the same time. No way.
I hear it. I hear
Give me 1 second, guys. Carry on. Give me 1 second.
As of right now, Bruno hasn't been sold. There's no exact buyer for him, even though there's rumors around. There's no guarantee that anyone's going to pay 100 mil for Bruno either. Bruno's sick, but would you say he's £100 million player?
No, but City and Arsenal believe he's the final piece of their midfield puzzle, so they would do it.
Potentially.
And plus, I think Isak would be about 120. That's not realistic for my budget anyway. Yeah. You're not getting him for less than 120. Bro, they paid 70 for him.
I genuinely believe Isak's just as realistic as Kudos. I'm not saying they'll cost the same amount of money, but they're just as realistic as each other, in my opinion. I might be wrong.
Fair enough. I disagree. I think you can always get a player out of West Ham. Not being disrespectful, but I think West Ham will always be willing to sell for the right price because they know they're a mid to lower table club that can't really argue with big teams. Newcastle think they're part of the big boys now. I don't think they'll let either of their big boys go.
Can I ask you a question though? If Arsenal, Liverpool came in for Isak, don't you think he might ask to leave?
He might ask to leave. That's a different conversation then, isn't it? If he starts kicking up a fuss and all that.
Not necessarily. I'm not even going to say kicking up a fuss, but he might just be respectful and go, guys, look, I really want to play for Liverpool or Arsenal. Can I make this move, please?
Yeah, but then Newcastle with 4 years left on his deal can literally be like, well, if someone pays 120, bro, yeah, you can go. And we would not pay that much for a player. We wouldn't. I don't think so anyway. Do you think we'd pay that much for a player?
I'll be honest. I think if West Ham sold Declan Rice for 100 mil last season and everyone saw how successful it made Arsenal, I think they'd want the same sort of money for Kudos. He signed a year ago.
Yeah, but I think because he was like West Ham's captain, talisman, he's English. I think that added a lot of tax on top.
Shall I tell you why it's even harder for me? It'd be more for Kudos as well, because they know no matter what happens next season, guaranteed 85 mil for his release clause. So they can say to teams 100 mil or nothing. And then if they say we're not paying that, we're like, right, cool. Next, we'll get another year out of him, and you have to pay 85 next year. Then
I can't imagine Kudos going for that much, but I get he'll be expensive. He'll definitely be expensive. I agree with that. I don't think he'll be Isak expensive though. Well, that means Matt's got an unrealistic player in there then, because he's put Kudos in there.
But here's the thing: I don't think Kudos is unrealistic. That's why I'm.
What,
I don't
100 mil? You think Liverpool will pay that much for him?
Well, I mean, going based off what Caicedo did, the Caicedo situation last season, I can't sit here and put that restraint on us. I can't, because
I don't think he's worth 100 million.
No, neither do I. But Caicedo wasn't worth 115 either, bro.
No, I think he was, because the DM market was so like starved.
Oh, no. 150. You think Caicedo was worth 115 at the time?
Based on how difficult it was to actually even think about a DM that I actually do believe has got the ability to be world class. Yeah, bro, there's not many, you know.
Bro, he'd never played Champions League football. If I'm not mistaken, he'd never played European football, full stop.
No, all of that, I agree with you. But we're talking about like the kind of like the buyer's market here. We're talking about supply and demand. Do you see what I'm saying? Like Declan and Caicedo were literally two of only maybe 5 DMs that are actually considered of that level. And that's why they both went for that much. There's not many in the world, bro. Like there's not. So
fair dues.
And
do you want to do yours while we wait for Matt then, or
I'm back. Cool. So what's the premise? Is mine unrealistic?
What? No, I don't think so. But we'll leave it to we'll ask the chat. We'll ask the people in the chat.
Though.
If you guys think Kudos is an unrealistic signing, put a 1. If you think it's a realistic signing, put a 2. So 1 for unrealistic, 2 for realistic. I think it's a realistic signing personally.
Same.
Drift, what do you think? Drift.
Oh, I think it's realistic, because I don't think it will cost us 100 mil.
No way, bro.
But the argument I made, Matt, is the reason why I think it would cost around 100 mil is because he's only signed a year ago, so he's got like 4 years left on his deal. Yeah. His release clause next summer is 85. So even if West Ham don't sell this summer, they know they're getting 85 next summer. So they don't have to go in lower than what the release clause will be next summer, because they can just say, well, we'll keep him for another year.
I think
plus, if we're going to be real,
yeah,
everyone knows the Kudos secret ain't a secret anymore. He's that guy, isn't it?
I understand that, but here's the thing, though. West Ham, like you said, no, the release clause is 85 mil. I reckon if someone gave you,
and they won't be able to sell Paqueta this summer either now.
That's why there's even more reason for them to sell Kudos this year.
No, you're right, but even more reason for them to put the money up as well.
No, so if Paqueta was going Man City, which I think he was, yeah, and say like they were like, you know what, say they sold Paqueta for like 85 mil, which is what I think there's more chance of Kudos staying. But now it's the other way around, in my opinion. That's why I think it's even more realistic. And I don't think it'll be 100 mil. 100 mil is Declan Rice, because Declan Rice is English. And when it becomes English players, it's English tax in the Premier League. But Kudos not been English, still being very, very talented. Liverpool, I do think, can get a deal where it's between...
Got 4 years left on his deal, though, brother.
I understand that, bro. But if Kudos might push for the move, if a player pushes for the move, you normally get what you want. Normally.
That's the argument I made for Isak, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, because I come on, guys. I understand when we say
I'm cool keeping him, and I think from the chat as well, the majority seem like they think it's realistic as well. So.
Because I understand West Ham can be kind of like tough negotiators at the same time, but you've also got to remember, though, we are Liverpool. Like, there is this notion that because we don't have Klopp anymore, or because we don't spend 100 mil on players all the time, we do that odd deal. Not odd deal, but when we need to make a big transfer, we do make it, or we try to make it. Like, let's be real. If Caicedo never turned us down, we would have made that deal. And I think a lot of people, up until literally we made that bid, said Caicedo is unrealistic. Liverpool are not going to pay 100 mil. And look what happened. We bid 100 mil. This is what I'm trying to say. The money is there, bro. It's just that it won't be. But it's not even at you. I'm just saying to the people. It would just be the one big signing. Like, for example, on the list that I've given you, let's say Kudos is 85 mil. I reckon Paco, or Pacho, how you pronounce it, would be like between 25 to 30, probably like 25 maybe. And then Matt Vifer will be like 30 mil again, 35 mil max. 30, I reckon about 30 mil. And then Sepp, you bring it. And then
this is a good point from Jason, which goes against what I was saying, which is I think is a very good point here. He might have a poor season next season, and the release clause, people look at it and be like, 85 ain't paying that, and West Ham will know they can't demand that either. So it does go both ways.
Yeah,
I just think West Ham might hedge their bets on him having another good season.
I mean, listen, man, if that's what we
I think it's a realistic signing, though. And we don't really have to get into the numbers like that in this show, in my opinion.
No, because we're not accountants. So not only that, no one really knows how much Liverpool are going to spend or want to spend. It's just a case of, do you think Liverpool can go and get that player? Like, come on, let's all sit here. We understand Liverpool can't get Mbappe, can't get Vinicius Juniors, probably can't go and get a Rodrigo, unless a Rodrigo literally says, I don't want to play for Real Madrid no more because Mbappe is going to be here and maybe my playing time is going to decrease. I want to be the star guy, but I don't even think that's happening. Rafael Leao, that's a player that I want to bring to Liverpool, but I don't think that's realistic because AC Milan are not selling. He's got 125 million release clause, and the rumor is that only Saudi are willing to pay that release clause, and they would have to convince Leao. Those are the players that I understand that's well out of our realm. But if we're sitting here like we can't get a player like Kudos, I think that's, I don't know. I'll be shocked.
Same. All right, so those are your three then, Matt.
Yeah.
So, just to confirm, you're not selling any of the players.
But when you lot are finished, what I'm gonna do now is while you lot are talking, I'm gonna see if I can crunch the numbers on something. You know what I'm saying?
There's no numbers to crunch, bro. It's just names.
No, but or the names, because I've got some names, and I'm thinking, is that gonna? I'm gonna have a little think, but this is what I'm doing right now. But I might make the one change, and the one change will be the forward line. But now I'm also hearing though that if I said Nunes for Isak, people are saying it's unrealistic, bro.
I don't think it is.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You know,
I'm not saying that it's gonna happen this summer. I just don't think it's unrealistic.
Do you know what? While we're on this topic of Kudos, Zayn makes a good point here, and he's obviously letting us know that he's African himself, so he's not being like derogatory with what he's saying. I kind of do hear him as well. Like, I'm not against signing a player who's African, because if you're talented, you're talented. My favorite Liverpool player of all time outside of Gerrard is Mane. So it is what it is. But it is mad inconvenient when we've always got to keep worrying about 2, 3, 4 of our dons going off during AFCON, and AFCON happens regularly.
But we done that with Mane, though. Remember, just think.
But look how much it inconveniences us.
No, but
all
bro,
the time,
I'm looking.
bro.
All right, but
I
think
think
of
the
it
next one's
as
in the summer, though. You know, Drift.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. That's the rumors I've been hearing.
All right, I get it. We were shook when Mane and Salah had to go, yeah. But here's what I'm saying. Kudos, in my opinion, is that dynamic player. I don't know. Someone wrote in the chat, Kudos is slow. I'm kind of confused, but I think Kudos is dynamic and he's strong as well. And he's kind of got that Mane-esque about him, so to speak. Like, there's something about Kudos where I think he can go up another level. And even though his stats might suggest his stats are a bit bro, Kudos is a player that I think would really thrive at Liverpool, you know. He would take his game to the next level. And because I was coming and ahhing between him and Michael Elise, because I think Elise might even be homegrown as well. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but the only reason I didn't pick Elise is because I think Kudos is a different style of play that we need, like per se. I think Elise kind of goes into that Mahrez bracket, even though it still be sick. But I think Kudos is a bit more direct pace and power, something that I think is missing from Liverpool. That's why I kind of went Kudos, but at least
I'll be honest. I hate the Mane comparison, you know. I don't think he's anything like Mane. I think he's a fantastic player. I don't see any Mane in him at all.
I don't think he's like.
I
Mane.
do. Do you know what it is? All right, then. You see how Mane will be direct when Mane needs to be. Kudos is direct when he needs to be. And the thing is, he's not neat with it in the sense of as like an Elise. That's why I say it's more pace and power with him, similar to Mane. As good as Mane was, like with his technical ability, I wouldn't say Mane was like a Mahrez. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, I hear that.
But what it is though is that Kudos is more adept in playing left wing, 10 and right wing, whereas I would just say Mane kind of was just actually to be fair, Mane started as right wing, then went to the left and played centre forward. So I don't you lot can disagree, but I think there's some similarities.
I think Kudos is sick. I don't see the Mane comparisons.
No, not direct, but I said like we're missing that Mane-esque like pace and power, bro. But obviously with technique, not just pace and power, because pace and power you could just say is Darwin Núñez, isn't it? But I'm saying technique is there as well. No, but you know what I mean when I say that, though. No, that's not disrespecting.
Bro, you don't have to speak to me, bro. Speak to the brother wearing yellow, bro. You can get yourself hurt out here, bro.
No, but that's not. What I'm trying to say is, you know what we're missing in the Liverpool forward line. I don't know, man.
I actually feel like we're missing more technique than pace and power, if I'm going to be honest.
Nah, see, that's why I think you're wrong. We've got technique with Diaz and Gakpo, bro. We've got technique. We don't have that raw it factor. When Kudos pick up the ball, yeah? Do you see what he was doing to Man City? I know they lost, yeah, but Kudos was driving at them, man. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And taking them on, like, he wasn't scared. Whereas these managers, like, a bit too, like, jinky, then cut back and all that. I ain't got time for that. Direct run through and goal, like be direct, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's difference in playing style, isn't it? It's just a difference in playing style.
So you're leaving your squad because at the moment I'm gonna read through your homegrown players that you're keeping.
Yeah, no, I don't. It looks a bit meh, if I'm being honest, because Reece Williams needs to go.
Straight away, you need to get rid of one homegrown player. So who is that?
Yeah. That's Reece Williams. You already know.
No, but does he really though? Because what is it? 25 or 26 man squad?
25 man squad.
And there was 22 players, wasn't there, that you gave us the list of?
No, there's
7.
He's now got 17 and 8. No, he's got 9, sorry. So you need to get rid of another homegrown.
What, another homegrown?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. I'll get rid of no. Oh, I'm looking, you know what it is? I'm looking at my sheet. I'm forgetting the sheet on the freaking screen. Pitaluga. Oh, no. You said that Jaros is better than Pitaluga, innit?
I think so.
Yeah, get rid of Pitaluga.
So that means you're gonna have 3 goalkeepers.
Yes, calm, but make it work.
Yeah, cool. It's calm, make it work. So you've got Sepp Vandenberg and Nat Phillips.
Oh, you know what else I do as well? You see, here's the thing. If I'm not mistaken, Man City done this either last year or the year before, where they went in with like one less in the squad or something. Do you know what I actually would do as well? And I don't mind doing it. And big up the chat, because I agree. I would let Nat Phillips go, you know. He needs to go for his... So it don't matter if I let him go, bro.
No, because if you lose one homegrown player, that means you've got to lose one non-homegrown player.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. You can only have 17 non-homegrown if you've got 8 homegrown.
Oh, then Nat Phillips might have to get sacrificed again. He's going to be vexed if I was the captain. I mean, the manager, sorry. I
was gonna say a couple of people have mentioned it. I was gonna say when you stop talking, Carvalho's not on the list, and he's homegrown.
Carvalho's under 21, I believe.
But can he not be registered as a homegrown if you want to?
No.
Oh, we can't be. You sure? The people are saying no.
Is he definitely still that young? Is he definitely still under 21?
People, can Carvalho be registered as home? Because remember,
Carvalho's not homegrown yet. Not for Liverpool.
No.
He's 21, you know, Cal.
No, but
he's actually 22. He's actually 22 in August. So when the season starts, he'll be 22.
So could you register him in under?
So he technically can be registered as a homegrown player in our squad.
Okay, cool. I'll put him there then.
So that means, do I need to take out someone still, or no?
Yeah, you need to get rid of one of the homegrown players.
Oh, so that means Phillips. That means I can allow Phillips to go then, innit? Because that was my thing in it to allow Phillips to go live his life.
You say allow him to go live his life.
Yeah, bro. Man's got to live, bro. Feel bad for him, man. Every time there's a move about to happen, you just see breaking news. Nat Phillips is now set to stay at Liverpool. That's all you see every single season, bro. Every 6 months.
Do you know what? Sorry, to slightly change it. You don't have to. Sorry, if you get rid of one of the homegrown players, you don't have to have you. So you can only have a maximum of 17.
So I'm okay for the non-homegrown.
Yeah, you're good for the non-homegrown. Shout out to TK. Sorry.
Okay, and am I good for the homegrown as well then?
You are now. Yeah, you're on 8.
So my squad is good then. I don't need to do no mad thing.
No. I believe you're good.
I know the people that rate my transfers. I've already seen it. Someone said in the comments, if those were the transferred, I'll be pissed. I'm like, raw. All right, bro.
No, Matt, you know, Matt, I wasn't going to be shady, but since we're on the subject, that's very uninspiring. I can't lie.
Swear down. I thought we had to be realistic, bro.
Yeah, I'm rating that sum of 5 out of 10.
All right.
That's just me. I'm not even saying I'm right. I'm just.
No. I'm gonna see what you lot are cooking. I'm gonna see because you said be realistic. This is realistic.
No, bruv, stand on it, bruv. If that's what you want.
I think this is realistic, bro. But it's all right. I'm gonna see what you lot are cooking. I'm not gonna lie, fam. Let me see what you.
I said stand on it, you know.
But it's very easy for someone to look up my squad and now because this is why I went first, you know. Because these lot are gonna try and make changes and all that.
Yeah, stand on business.
You had
I think my transfers are cold. I can't even lie. Those are the transfers that we need. Everyone can laugh at Matt's.
I'm sure people are going to disagree with all of us.
You know
so you won't be
saying?
alone, bro. You
No.
won't.
Let the people them. It's me against the people them, and you, man. It's all right. I'll judge my team.
Do you want to go next, Drift, or do you want
I got faith in my team. No,
I don't mind, bro. It's up to you, bro.
Now let Drift go next. Let me see what he's cooking. Man's probably cooking what's his blood. What we doing? Let me see what you're doing, fam. Yeah,
bruv, you put ketchup on your beans, bruv. It's already got.
Nah, it's right, fam. You're the one wearing the McDonald's t-shirt. Go cook out some fries, yeah. All right, let's see what's going on.
I'm about to give man a Big Mac.
Ronald Drift. All right, let's go.
Nah, I'll be honest with you. I did struggle a little bit with this, so.
Here we go.
All right. Here's the wickedest thing. Remember when we spoke? We said 5, right?
Up to 5. We said
up to 5.
Up to 5. Okay,
yes.
So I've got
Even
2. I've got 2 roles in my team where I'm and Nara between 2 players. I thought I'd have the discussion with you, man. Why not in it? So my defender, and this is when I asked, am I being unrealistic if I say a certain player? My defender is Hincapié. That's why I use Verts because he's from the same team to measure whether you lot would consider that being unrealistic.
I don't think Hincapié is unrealistic.
I think it's realistic.
So my
I think that's realistic. That's not
my defender is Hincapié.
Yeah.
Now my DM choice is between. Hold on, let me make sure I remember exactly. Yeah. So my DM choice.
What did you say? Schumann and Camavinga.
No. Actually, no. So I've got one more defender, but I thought you lot would probably say this is unrealistic. And what I would do for this would be I would sell Tsimikas, and that would be Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, not happening, fam.
And again, you lot think that's you genuinely think considering
only because I think he's
out, do you genuinely think that's unrealistic?
It's because he's practically going Real Madrid, bro. That's why.
Drift, I'll be real with you, bro. I would absolutely love the club to do that. And I'm so happy you mentioned the deal. I just don't see the club doing it.
He's going Real Madrid, bro.
Madrid.
Yeah, Yeah, but like this is what I'm saying. I could have said the same thing.
But that's the reason why I didn't put him in the main list, because even I
yeah.
myself are thinking to myself, it probably is. But I want my club to move like this, though. I want players like David to be realistic. Do you get what I'm saying?
You ain't got to sell him to us, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You think I want to go and get the players that I said, but I have to be realistic. That's the thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
All right, so moving into midfield, because what's happened? What's happened? What have I missed?
He said Shensia must be realistic as hell if Alphonso Davies is.
All right, so moving into midfield now. Both of my choices are realistic. I just want to know who people think I should finalize with.
No. You make the decision.
No,
You're the manager.
All right, I'm and ahhing right now between Douglas and Paulinho. Those are the two.
So you
those are the two.
We can't help
you.
Who you picking?
Deliberating between.
Who you picking, fam? You're the manager.
I am under the slight assumption Douglas might be slightly unrealistic, especially with the new deal Emery just signed. So, do you guys believe that he would be considered unrealistic?
Not unrealistic, but very difficult to get.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz would be, because he'll cost quite a fair bit.
Because I want to go Douglas, but if you lot think he's unrealistic, then obviously for the sake of the game, I'll use Paulinho.
I don't think it's unrealistic.
It's not unrealistic.
I want Douglas.
It's like, I don't know, like, it's not unrealistic, bro, but it would take a lot for Liverpool to go and get him.
Let's go Douglas. I want Douglas. Let's go Douglas.
Douglas Luiz it is.
Matt Son is on Crystal Palace level. Like, that is so rude. That's so rude. You don't have to rate my signings. I rate my signings. Rude, man. Sure. Palace.
Who else you got, Drift?
And then my other deliberation for the bang free, and then obviously I do have another two, but I'm personally gonna go with a forward, with a striker now, because I do believe that the issues of all of the injuries that happen to Jota all the time, and obviously it's still not a guarantee whether Núñez will turn his career around. I still want another forward to make sure that we've always got enough strikers in the team. So I'm going in my choice between Jimenez, Santiago Jimenez, and Ivan Toney. I'm struggling to think who. Obviously, what I like about Jimenez is
it's very weird that it's gone very quiet on the Toney front, hasn't it?
It has, but I'll tell you why I'm not going to follow that hype train, Cal. But I'll stop. So with Jimenez, I like his brute strength and his grittiness. Plus, he's played for the manager. I know that sounds really silly when we always say you should never go for a player who's already what are you going to do? Just go and get your boys or whatever. But I do like the fact that he would have obviously played with him, so he'll know how to use him within the team. But when you watch him, I like the fact that he's very strong, very powerful, knows how to use it. You know, we always moan about how Gakpo, for example, just don't know how to use his size and his strength, and we don't have that physicalness up front if Núñez isn't playing. I think that Jimenez has that. I think that he knows how to use his strength. He knows how to throw his strength, his weight around.
Just for context for the people, Jimenez has just turned 23 in April. Ivan Toney is going to be just turned 28 in March.
28. Yeah, 28. Yeah.
Jimenez is obviously at Feyenoord. Jimenez 5'11", Ivan Toney 6 foot. So,
but obviously, like I said, if anybody sees the way Jimenez plays, he's very good at using his strength. He's aggressive. He knows how to throw his weight around. And I want a forward that is going to bully strikers. I don't want none of that nicey stuff like what Gakpo does, because it does frustrate us. See Ivan Toney now, Cal. I know what you're saying about how everything is quieting down and that, but that's just how football goes, isn't it? And I love it when we don't follow the trend, Cal. I love it. If everybody else doesn't think he's good enough anymore, that's on them. You know why, Cal? Because he didn't end the season well. But you know why? Because he doesn't want to be at Brentford. Brentford weren't playing well. That's just how the cookie crumbles, bro. We are talking about
You know
a
what?
proper
I thought of
clinical
something.
forward in Ivan Toney. He can drop deep. He can link play.
Can I play
No,
devil's
go on,
advocate? Just to play
Yeah,
devil's
go on.
advocate. Again, by the way, I think that's an inspired choice. I actually have him on my list as well. Could you argue that with Edwards and Co back, I'm not saying this from my point of view, could you argue that Ivan Toney could be unrealistic because of his age, because of his history, off-field antics and stuff like that? Do you think it could be?
I mean, his attitude definitely came into my thought process, especially the way we like people who are team players. We always do a character reference. He's got a bad rap sheet. We gotta be honest. Like even the betting thing, it is bad. Like we can't act like it don't exist. But what I would be leaning on would be you learn from your mistakes, and I believe that he can't be stupid enough to continue a bad attitude if his boyhood club buy him. Now, if he goes somewhere else, there's a possibility the bad attitude could continue. Now, maybe I'm being a little bit ignorant here when I say this, but if you play for the club you love, I think your attitude changes. Like, for example, if you go somewhere else, you might be going there for the bag. You might just be going there for the fashion of it. There's loads of things, and then your attitude could still be something you don't really think you need to fix up on. If you play for the club you've supported, you are in your, like, what's the word? Not element necessarily, even though you are in your element, but you're like, you can't believe your fantasy almost has come true. Do you get what I'm saying? And you will fix up real quick, I believe, if you're a sensible human being. And I would just go on the hope he's a sensible human being, and he would be like, right, I'm about to live my dream here. I ain't gonna mess up no more. I'm a thing. And we got to be honest, he works hard on the pitch. I know he's got a lot of attitude issues off the pitch, but he's an extremely hard worker. It's not like he just faffs about and he's lazy and all that kind of stuff. Like when you watch Brentford, considering they're always fighting for relegation mid-table, so to speak, and they're never going to win anything, he works very hard. So
Yeah,
I don't necessarily think there would be a worry about
it. No, it does work
in that regard. You know what I mean? I'm going to finalize on Toney. But I think Santiago Jimenez is somebody we should consider, considering the manager already knows how to utilize him. But I'm going to finalize on Toney.
So Toney goes in homegrown. You still have another spot left in the 17 Drift.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Cal, is I'm going to sell Tsimikas.
Okay. Now we're talking Drift.
I'm going to sell Tsimikas. And I'm going to swap Tsimikas with Kudos.
Just to confirm, I'm going on the premise that Hincapi is going to be one of your left backs, potentially along with Gomez, yeah?
Yeah. That's why I'm buying Hincapi, because he's left-sided centre-back / left-back. Plus, like you said already, we got Beck, who could do a Bradley. So I'm not super worried.
Man, I'm leaning on the squad now. The youth. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about
what a difference a year makes, though.
I'm not super worried about that.
You makes though, bro.
You see me?
Ooh.
So yeah, that's where I'm going to lean. And I'm not even trying to be like bossy, big-headed or whatever. I think that is a very inspiring. We could win the league if Slot gets it right summer transfer window. Just me personally.
I'll be honest with you. There's two things I don't see happening.
Go on.
For Liverpool to get Douglas Luiz and Kudos, bro, that will be sensational. I just don't think it's realistic.
I'm also working.
This ain't even me hating. It's just more. Liverpool, because bro, I'll be honest with you. Your honesty is better than mine. I can only see Liverpool getting one or the other. Yeah.
This is also me going to Prem, but I'm not going to sell him. But when I was doing this, I was like, I think Diaz is going to leave, and that's why Kudos is coming in to replace.
Because
Diaz.
in my opinion, I would have said Douglas, but I just don't see Liverpool getting Douglas Luiz and Kudos, because I know it's going to take. If we're being realistic, both will cost at least 70 mil a piece. But
that's why we said we're taking the money out of it, bro. That's why we said we're taking.
No, but we still got to be because if we're taking the money out of it fully, then that means you could go and buy anyone. I'm not saying it's hate, by the way. I'm just genuinely just saying
who you think you can get.
Because I just don't.
I'm secretly proud of you, Drift. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I don't see it happening.
I'm secretly proud.
Appreciate it, bro. And I know a few people don't like the fact that Douglas doesn't sit on an island. He plays in a pivot. But I think we will play a pivot. I do. I don't think we'll have a player on an island on his own.
That's the one I'm not really feeling. I rate Douglas Luiz. I just think Kamara's the one in that team if I was going to go and grab someone.
That's like, see.
But if you put them in there together, if you put McAllister and Douglas in there together, I think they would do a brilliant job defensively.
But Douglas plays a little bit similar to McAllister, you know?
Yeah, I think Kamara and McAllister.
Kamara, that's why I went for Matt Vifer. You see,
no, I hear that, but I don't think that we definitely need to have a super destroyer if we're going to have a lot of the ball, if we're going to be usually the better team. And Douglas is very good defensively. And to be so's McAllister. They're actually both
but in
good
transitions. That's what I look at this.
I don't think McAllister is great defensively.
I think he's good.
I do. I think he reads the game well. If you run at him, he's not very good. But I think he reads the game very well. That he
needs to cover, you need, in my opinion, someone that can cover ground, but also be able to, obviously be good on the ball. Because, like you said, if we're gonna have possession, the person still needs to be good on the ball, and that's why I didn't go for a destroyer. That's why, and I know people are gonna keep talking about, you haven't seen Matt Viver. Listen, I can only go by what I've seen of him, and it might not be a lot, like loads. I'm not gonna cap and say, man, seen him all season. But what I can say is, from what I've seen of him, bro, this guy's a commanding CDM / destroyer. Like he's more in like the Rodri Rice mode, in my opinion. He can cover ground. Very good at passing, good on the ball, can break up play like that. And again, like each of their own in it. But that's why I went for that style of player, personally. But I rate your squad though, Drift. I think it's better. I rate the signings. The only bad thing I can say, not even bad, is I would love Liverpool to go and get Douglas Luiz and the Kudos in the same season. I just don't see it because of the amount of money.
I hear you.
That's the only thing.
I'm also going on the premise that we would still have Endo and Bajcetic if there was a game where we needed to be more defensively sound, and it was maybe that type of situation where maybe we shouldn't do this. But I'm going under the premise that for about 75% of the games, we are the best team. We should beat them, and it shouldn't be so much worrying about the others because McAllister and especially Douglas are good defensively if we're playing a team we're better than. Maybe you're playing Man City, you're playing Arsenal, you don't go that midfield and you bring in somebody else to be a bit more solid. But you're playing Brentford, Everton, Crystal Palace, all them man there. You can definitely play Douglas and McAllister or Douglas and Trent. Or do you get what I'm saying? And think more about us and not worrying about what we got, what they've got, worrying about what we've got. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. It just depends how. Basically, what it is when we find out what formation Slot is willing to use, whether it's the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, which I think he could use both here. It's also going to matter when we invert. Because I'll be real. You see when the move breaks down at Aston Villa, I reckon Kamara's the one that kind of sweep up. Even though Luiz does help. They're like a tag team partnership. It's like Endo and McAllister now. And I would say Luiz is more like McAllister.
But no, he's better defensively than McAllister, though.
Because he's more. Because I think he's more athletic and he can cover a bit. He can cover more ground. Although I think McAllister can read the game better.
Better tackler as well. Man.
I think
he's. Yeah, I think he's a better tackler.
I think McAllister's a better tackler. You know, funny enough.
Nah, McAllister's good at tackling when he's intercepting, but if he's like in a tussle. He's not Douglas Luiz. You see, like if you're tussling, Douglas Luiz is better at tackling.
You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah. While we're talking about this, I'm actually gonna see if I can do like a comparison thing while Cal does his ones, and then I'm gonna see.
I'll be honest, getting stuff on Matt's wife, getting players from the Dutch league and getting their stats, I've found quite difficult. If I'm gonna be honest, because when we did the comparison yesterday, I tried to do Johan Bakayoko. Nothing.
I know there's data.
Walker, so you could try like who scored or data MB or something.
Yeah, I was gonna go data MB. They're pretty. They've normally got those type of players there from the Dutch league. So I'll check now quickly. So Matt's wife.
So Drifty, are you signing anyone else, or is that your 4?
That was. I definitely. Let me just check my list again.
Douglas
I think,
Luiz.
as I said, the only other person that I considered was. Davis, but we've obviously spoke about the fact that it's probably very unrealistic. That was the only other person that we spoke. I mean, if you want to be really, really fantasy world, I would sell Endo and buy Paulinho as well. But that's a very fantasy world, isn't it? Yeah. But that's the only other alteration.
The signing is not realistic in Sorry, the signing's not. The signing is realistic in isolation, but as a collective, I don't know if it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, because it would be a lot of midfielders being.
But fair. Let's put it to the chat. If you guys in the community believe that it would be, then we'll put him in.
Yeah.
Or you know what, Ali? I totally forgot about Nori. That's a shout.
Ain't Nori's
totally forgot about Nori. That could be maybe who I bring in instead of Davis. Ali's a G. Yeah, do you know what? Because I have really been impressed with Nori this season. All right, chat. Let me know, Nori or Paulinho, and we sell.
No. This is your decision, bro. You can't keep on asking the chat to make your decision for you.
Man's asking the chat, you know. No cheating, bruv. No, you can't cheat, mate.
All right, do you want to know what? Because I'm trying to be non-emotional and I'm trying to be ruthless and we're trying to win shit now. I'm gonna sell Endo and bring in Paulinho.
Bomba.
Okay.
Guys, I've got an interesting. This is mad, you know. This is how things can be misleading, bro. I found a comparison. Yeah, I've done it for.
Do you want to share it on the screen, bro?
Yeah. We do that now. This is
we'll come back
crazy,
to
man. Crazy, man.
Don't worry.
Can you not see this?
No. Yeah, no, it's coming.
Oh, I'm gonna have to zoom in. Mad. Hold on. Flip. Hold on. All right. It's best to do that rather than the actual chart.
Oh, is this a comparison thing?
Yeah. So, so Jules, this is so interesting. Jules, yeah. Last is Louise. Top is Rodri. Then it goes Vifer. Then Endo. Then Rice. Sorry, then McAllister. Then Rice. Then obviously, like I said, Louise was last. Defensive actions. Top is Vifer. Then Endo. Then McAllister. But do you know what's misleading? Are we having to play more defensive because of the way how we play? Because if you look at Rodri and Rice is quite low at Aston Villa. Could you say, especially Rodri and Rice, this is why stats can be misleading? Is that because they control games better?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Like, because if you look at that stat, Matt, that is incredibly low for Rice, who you would think would be so much higher for defensive action.
No, but that's what Matt's saying, bro. Because Arsenal are controlling games and the structure's good enough. Bruv, look at McAllister and Endo, both 90s.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And even Vifer 95. I thought finance was to control games.
Yeah, well, this is extremely misleading for real.
But this is what I'm saying. It's hard to compare with different. All right, so this is where we can see.
We're basically throwing people off a building saying bubble wrap's going to save you.
Can we agree on one thing? And this is why we keep saying we need big up Endo, because I don't want this to be some hating Endo thing, because he's not. You can see Endo stats are good, but you see progressive carries. This for me is so key. He is last with 12.3.
Oh, because 12, he gets the ball and passes it straight away, but he don't carry the ball.
But remember when we've said, like, you can press Endo, and I think Endo panics more so than the others, because when it comes to being press resistant, you can press. We've seen Endo lose the ball, bro.
Can you add a player to this?
Yeah. I'm gonna add another player in a minute, and then obviously progressive carry. We can see Rodri is a madman, 93.
Yeah, but Rodri and Rice do power forward with the ball.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Douglas Luiz is a good one as well at 65. Now, passes forward passes.
Rice was the one, you know. Rice was the one, man. It really pees me off. Rice was
Endo
the one.
does play a lot of forward passes, though. The least on the list is actually Douglas Luiz drift.
Because this is what I'm saying. When Endo gets the ball, he just pops it off straight away. We see it. He'll win it. Bang, he pops it off. He doesn't run with it.
But
really.
But Luiz is in my opinion, Luiz is more of a playmaker than Kamara. That's why I'm quite surprised his one is lower than, like, basically I thought it'd be higher. Not the highest, but I thought it'd be like higher. And then let's just go. We can see the percentage. Key passes. We can see here that Rodri again is just elite. Then it's actually McAllister. Then it's actually Douglas Luiz. Sorry, yeah, Douglas Luiz, which is really high.
Viper
very low for key passes.
But you know what? That's quite telling with Wifer though, bro. Because for him to only have 35 key passes, but he's got 81% forward passes, that's quite strange, isn't it? When you think about it,
it is. But then,
because that means he's probably playing it to someone who's then create. So he might be the creator before the creator, if anything.
But then
you probably see similar stats like that with Thiago in his prime.
Yeah. But then,
I hear that.
But then look at this, Drift. This is where, in my opinion, this is very impressive because look,
would
his
that not
progressive
be considered a key pass though, Cal? If your pass is a pass that sets up the play, creates the pass, is that not still a key pass?
Not necessarily, no.
But guys, look at this though. Look at the progressive passing. So you want to progress the ball. Everyone's quite high, other than Douglas Luiz. Even Endo 81.9.
No, Rice is low. Rice is low.
Rice is quite low, but that's what a lot of Arsenal fans do say. Sometimes they say, like, as good as Rice is, when it comes to breaking down the low block, they find he's progressive. He passes the ball outside. McAllister's high. Look at Rodri. But Rodri's just on another planet, fam.
Yeah, Rodri's
98.
Fake.
Yeah, that means he don't mess about when he gets the ball.
That's the way with Rodri. Rodri's fake, but Rodri's also playing in an elite system as well. It's a cheat code.
But look at Viper as well. Look, he's on 89.2. That's pretty high as well. So, yeah. That's interesting, though. Stats can be misleading, but it's also kind of like telling as well. Because you got to remember, all of these are from the Premier League other than one in the Dutch League. So it's hard to even compare the two. But
can you just add Paulinho to that quickly, please, bro?
And I'm gonna give mine away if I say it, but we'll do his one later.
Give me 1 second. You want to add? Was it Paulinho?
Yeah.
And oh shoot, how do you make the chart? Because it's covering. Hold on, I have to do that. Why can't you move the? We might have to get rid of one. Let's get rid of.
Get rid of the two that we don't really need to worry about because they're never like. Get rid of Rice and Rodri then.
All right, let's get rid of Rice and Rodri. Yeah, cool. All right then, and then that's it. Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, Paulinho, yeah.
All right, cool.
If Cal doesn't want to give away his one, you could have someone else out of curiosity if you want.
I think I know who Cal's one is, but I don't want to say it because it'll give it away. Oh shoot, I don't know what's happened there. All right, cool. Oh no. Okay, spazzing up for some reason. Don't know why.
I was just, what is this, a rave? Light tonight.
Yeah.
Is that better? I don't know why I was doing that. So, all right, then, so, my man's beard. I'm not going to lie. Look at the dual success.
He lives for battle, bro. He lives for battle.
But this is what I'm saying. The way Fulham play, defensive action.
Sorry. Does that say progressive carries 0.1?
Yeah. It actually does, fam.
Jeez, man.
He don't carry the ball forward.
He's just a destroyer.
That's what I say. Just a destroyer.
Do you know who he is? He's actually the leader of the Fight Club. That's who he is, bro.
Yeah, he just
crazy.
He never made a progressive carry all season.
It's crazy.
Fuck it, bro. That is mad.
That means once you give him the ball, like he's just gonna get rid of it, fam.
That's mad.
Because he can't run with the ball.
Look at his duels and his defensive actions. Yo, we need a man of skill like this in our team.
And he's 28 years old. You know he ain't getting any better.
He's strictly on beef, bro.
Look at the key passes, 25. But he's playing for a Fulham team. So
he's actually a goal threat, though,
I was gonna say that. You'd arguably say he might be the perfect person to play next to a Trent or McAllister.
Yeah, that's why I considered it.
Is he? No, but all right. One thing I was gonna say is he press resistant? Because that's one thing we can't have a DM that's not press resistant, in my opinion. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because when we get to the latter stages of the
brilliant. He's not Flacco or Rodri or Declan or
because I feel like when we get to the latter stages of the Champions League and you play up against an Arsenal or a Man City, when they do the press. And you might come up against an Atalanta again when they do the man-to-man. You've got to be able to maneuver. That's why I feel like
I think he's just as press resistant, if not more, than Endo is.
Someone said the Cal's got more progressive carries than him.
I don't. Yeah, the thing is, he's an amazing destroyer, but I just see him as a destroyer. That's it.
That's all you might need.
Yeah. Now we need more, fam. Why are we limiting ourselves, Cal? I'm disappointed in you. That's all. We need more.
No.
Is that what Man City was? Is that what Man City said with Rodri?
Man City don't play a pivot, bro.
Bro, they've got exactly. Do you know what? No, in fact, no, that's a lie. Sometimes they do actually, because they go Rodri and Kop-Ish, and then they play Foden in the 10. Sometimes they play the 4-2-3-1, you know. Bernardo on the right, Doku on the left, Foden in the 10, Rodri and who did I just say? The one that came for Chelsea. What's his name? Kovacic. Sometimes they do, bro.
You know, shout out couple. I see Ram in the building, big up. I see Constance talking about Zubimendi. You know the reason I didn't finalize on Zubimendi.
You don't leave,
and it's not even just that he doesn't want to leave. I think that he is kind of unrealistic.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think he's.
But
leaving,
I definitely think he's a very, very good player, though.
Zubimendi would be top of my list if I thought it was realistic. His release.
Yeah, I don't think Zubimendi's realistic.
He's not.
Yeah.
If he, unless Edwards is doing a madness behind the scenes, he's not. All right. So Drift, just to confirm, to go back to yours now.
Yeah.
Are you signing anyone else?
No, I'll keep it at that. I think if we brought in Paulinho and Douglas, and Paulinho is basically replacing Endo, and Douglas is adding the steel and the extra in there. I also, because here's the wickedest thing: if we sign Douglas and Paulinho, then I can play McAllister in the 10.
So you sticking with Trent at right back then?
Right back or bench, yeah.
Can I make a change, guys? Or
I could also play Paulinho. No, but
it's a small change.
Especially after seeing the stats, Cal, I know if I play a pivot and I want the creativity of Trent in that pivot, Paulinho is going to sweep up every blood clot thing. Yeah. So you know, with Trent's playing midfield, he's got to have an actual destroyer next to him. Paulinho will be like a dog with a bone. You get what I'm saying? While Trent is doing his thing, so I'd have such a variation of options of what I could do in that situation. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with mine.
Go on, Matt. What's the change you wanted to make, bro?
It's not nothing major, but I would swap Tsimikas for Anthony Robertson. I think that's realistic going to Fulham.
I mean, that's going to mean paternity test at the ground and all that, but cool.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later.
You know, before we move into you, Cal, there's a couple supers that are based on what on my team, so we might as well, and a few on Matt's as well. We might as well talk about those before we move into your one.
Okay. So Sean says, "Nah, Cal went full FSG with Microsoft Word and Table." Yeah, I had to for this one.
He's getting ratings for actually being a subscriber to the Microsoft suite as well.
I've got it for work, innit?
Yeah.
Planner Boy says, "Love Klopp. I think he's milking it with the IG post. I've not seen any of the stuff, so I can't say.
I've seen a few. I don't think he's milking anything. He's just enjoying it. Bruv, he's not manager of Liverpool. I think people need to remember that. He's just chilling now. It's vibes.
If you watch some of the videos, he's not coming back, you lot, you know. He's not coming back. He's done his time in football.
No, I know.
He just wants to be a granddad and just live with his wife.
Just wants to chill.
He's
let him live.
In a new home. He's not coming back. He's not coming back.
Let him live, man. Like this is what,
Jay says, "Not sold on any player that has less than 90." He's such a troll.
Jay.
You know what's funny? When I read Jay, whenever I read Jay Supers, I read it in his voice as well. That's what's so funny.
He's such a
when he leans back in the chair, you know when Jay just
Mohammed Noor says, "I wouldn't go for Isak given his injury record. I'd rather go for Anthony Gordon." Fair
but we're getting a new fitness and head and nutrition, all them thing there. I trust in this new. Remember, whole changes, backroom stuff. You know, I think Isak will be all right.
Joshua Murray says Liverpool have a buyback clause for Solanke. I didn't know that. I thought they had a sell-on clause. I don't know if they've got a buyback clause.
Do we actually?
If we do have a buyback clause, I wouldn't activate it, even though he is very, very good.
Yeah, because it's kind of, I know what you mean, because it's like, just because he's doing that at Bournemouth doesn't necessarily mean he's going to do that at Liverpool. especially if it's rotation and not playing every game where your confidence is going to be sky high.
Very few times it works when you bring back a player as well. Like very few times.
Just to play devil's advocate, could you not say that what he's doing at Bournemouth could be translated if he's playing around even better players in an even better system now?
Yeah,
he'd have less work.
That's true. Do you know Solanke's like 27 or something now, though?
Yeah.
He ain't even a youth anymore.
Do you remember the shock on your face when I told you how old he was, man?
I was
Matt thought he was still like 23. When I told him how old he was like, what?
No, don't do that. I thought he was like 25 or something, 24, 25.
No,
I
remember,
like he's like 27, 28.
Like 18 or something. Remember, you was like,
yeah,
you was proper shocked.
I thought he was about 24, 25. I'm not going to lie, bro.
Yeah,
that's scary, though, that he's that old. It's mad.
Total Eclipse says, big up guys, love the content, big up yourself. Personally, I'm taking Kudos, Edison or Varela, one of them. Kubo, big signing. Gordon, Inacio and Eight Nori. We sell Nunes, Robbo, Curtis, Sepp Vandenberg. Also pray for Rafa, free Palestine.
I'm not gonna lie, Eclipse, you can't sell Curtis. He's literally one of the best homegrown players in the squad. That'd be a very bad idea, in my opinion.
I agree with you. Technically, you can do it and get away with it, though. In terms,
I wouldn't sell him.
No, I wouldn't either. Big up Abs. Big up Abdullah. Big up my guys, Cal, Drifty, and Matt every time. Would you rather bin Diaz or Nunes this summer?
Do you know what? I've been in Arne about it, for a minute.
Speaking of English,
Diaz for me. Diaz for me. Because I can play Nunes left wing if he's not a starter still. It's Diaz for me. I think that's quite an easy one if I'm going to be honest.
No, I don't think it is. The reason I say it is because do you know how hard it is to go and get a left winger that we're saying is realistic? Because listen, I'll be honest. If we were gonna sell Diaz, you already know what I'm thinking. I'm saying go and get Rodrigo. I've been saying it. Go and get Rodrigo. But that's not realistic. I don't think he leaves. This is what I'm saying. This is why I chose my words very carefully. I said if we were to sell him.
Oh, I slipped up.
You did. Striker wise, as much as Nunes annoys me, and I don't think he's good enough right now, if he gets even just if Nunes can get 17, 18 in the league, and the new signings like a Kudos who I want to bring in, and Diaz, Gakpo, and Jota still do their thing, that can actually work. But it sounds weird. It can't work if Nunes is getting 11 goals. It can only work if he gets like 17, 18. That's the argument.
I think it's very realistic.
Do you know what I mean?
Nunes could improve his tally by just 5 or 6 goals. That's very realistic.
Whereas I feel like with Diaz, do you know what? Chris Samuels is still in the chat. Drift, what are you saying?
I'm speaking of English.
It'd be Diaz for me. I'll bite the bullet since you guys don't want to. I'm selling Diaz over Nunes.
You lot already know the name of this game. I really like both of the players, and I wouldn't let either of them leave. Not this summer. We can have another conversation next summer if there's very similar situations with them, but I wouldn't let either of them.
Here's the thing, though. This is one thing I will say. If someone wants to leave, because remember,
Diaz is the only one that's going to want to leave, isn't he?
But that's that, because I'm seeing big up Senor Diaz again, because we never even said anything bad. But like,
so we say that. I'm not being funny. If Barcelona have serious money or are in a position to spend, and they come in for Nunes,
get him. I think
Nunes says yes.
I think he would.
I think any South American player says yes to Real Madrid or Barcelona. If I'm being totally honest with you,
Do you think McAllister would?
Probably. Maybe not 1 year into his Liverpool career, but he must have grew up with aspirations of playing. Matt, why are you putting that in?
I see McAllister slightly different because he might look at that midfield and say, I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Matt gonna put that in that atmosphere?
But you said South American. He's South American, no?
Well, McAllister's an adopted Scouse now. We don't count him, bro.
What would Darwin would? They all. If you're saying it, they all would then.
Look, I just don't want no world where McAllister's leaving Liverpool. So I'm
see
just
how you can speak about Nunes. Man, just went straight to it. I just don't want a world with McAllister. Bro,
no, but I can see a world where Liverpool don't have Nunes.
Yeah.
No, I can see a world where Liverpool don't have Nunes. I don't want to see a world where we don't have McAllister. Like, no chance, bro.
But I just got
no chance.
I'm just saying that.
Do you know what a gem we have in McAllister now? If we get the players around him right, McAllister is the gem in the crown. Like, seriously, like,
no, no.
Like,
why do you think I said he's one of the best midfielders in the world? I'll keep saying it.
Jay says, why is DRB not here but Kudos is? Like, they're trolling me now? Okay, Jay, I see you, bro. DRB is not realistic, to be fair. Total Eclipse says, guys, we never learn. These scrub owners have never backed our legend Klopp when he was at the top. Makes you think these penny pinchers. What makes you think these penny pinchers will back Slot? These mans will end up doing a 6 out of 10 window, never a 9 or a 9 out of 10. I think that narrative is a bit played out considering what we saw last summer. And Klopp's come out a few times since he's not been at the club and said he was backed by FSG.
We'll have to wait and see.
He's not going to badmouth them though, because Klopp.
He wouldn't back. It's not his style, innit?
Again, I'm just going to say, guys, if we're going to take his word on one thing, we've got to take his word on the others. He's not even affiliated to Liverpool anymore.
No. But you know what he did say?
But that's protecting, Cal. Sometimes he'll be protecting situations.
He loves Liverpool. Do you know what he said? He goes, there was times.
The players he wanted.
No, but all right, let me ask you this, yeah? If that's the case, then how comes he didn't really pay any attention to JW during like all this stuff? Like, people was even saying it, right? You see that? It's like Klopp's blanking him. Like, it weren't like he was all pally and hugging him, and there was all like, bro, he didn't really look like he was even bothered he was there, to be honest, bro.
I agree.
Everything he wanted in the last however many years.
No, but he did say
Billy Hogan, was the one who did the Caicedo thing, and that might just be literally the most random one-off thing that ever happened at Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying?
He wanted McAllister and Szoboszlai, and he wanted to keep Milner, keep Henderson, and keep Fabinho. We bought Endo and Gravenberch because we were forced to sell those two players.
Well, no, remember, I understand. He said he's always wanted Endo.
But bro, do you remember this quote that he said when he was leaving? He was like, "Love Liverpool." He goes, "You know, I'm not gonna have a go at the owners. They're amazing owners. We were able to do some things, and we weren't able to do some things, but that's life." He basically saying there were some things I wanted to do more at some times when it wasn't given to me, and there were times when it was just about enough for me to go and do what I needed to do. That's how I looked at it. That quote was very telling for me when he literally said there was some. He goes, "I'm not angry." He goes, "I'm not annoyed at the owners. They're good owners." And he goes, "There were some things we could do, and there were some things we couldn't do." And when he says there's some things we couldn't do, he's basically saying, there were times I wanted to be a bit more ambitious, but I wasn't able to. I had to live with that. And we could all have
that happens at every club. You know that happened with Fergie as well, boys.
No, I'm not saying that, but I do think
nowhere near as frequently.
We can all see at Liverpool from what we did around Klopp and the amount of money that we probably brought back into the club with his new stadium, being in the top 4, like Champions League. There was more money there. Like, see the Caicedo thing. I'll be honest with you. That money was there, but there might have been times when FSG is like, "Nah, not this year, fam. You can't do it this year. Maybe next year." And again, it's just me speculating. But when a manager specifically says there were some things we can do and some things we couldn't do, I can't be upset about it. He doesn't just want to throw shade because he's leaving now. Imagine if he's like, "Yeah, see, FSG, I'll be real with you. There were so much things I wanted to do and I just couldn't do it." But yeah, Liverpool an amazing club.
You have to throw shade.
I love Liverpool.
He doesn't have to say I feel backed. If you don't feel back,
he's just being fair. He's trying to say.
No, Cal, that is kind of shady.
Bro,
imagine if someone pulled me up one day and said something about Kopish, and I went, "I just don't feel like Cal backs me." You'd feel bad.
No, I'm saying you don't. I'm just saying you wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't go out your way. If you didn't feel like I supported you, you wouldn't go out of your way to say, "No, Cal supported me." You just wouldn't say anything.
No, I would because you're my boy. So I would. I genuinely would.
When Klopp gets asked, but bro,
because I wouldn't want to make you look bad. I would never. I wouldn't
look bad. You just wouldn't have to mention it.
Yeah, but Cal, sometimes we know silence speaks louder than words.
But people are going to say whatever they're going to want to say, innit? Whether you can prove it or not is a different thing.
But you've got to try to control the narrative as much as possible, bro. So if you don't say, like, if someone said, "Do you think Cal backs you?" and I just went, "Look, can we go move on? Next question." Like, I haven't said anything, but that speaks everything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's agree to disagree, innit? The owners are far from perfect, but this narrative that Klopp was never backed, I think, has to stop.
No, but he never said that. He never said that.
I'm responding to the super chat. That's what the super chat said.
What? That he was never backed ever.
That's what the super chat said. Brian says,
I wouldn't go as far as to say he was never back. That's too far. That's going too far.
Yeah, there were times when he wasn't.
Yeah, he was definitely backed on the odd occasion, 100%.
Brian says, big up my dream summer is 2 centre backs, 1 left back, 2 midfielders, and 2 forwards. Wow. Thoughts on Gray? Gray looks very good. I don't know if he's ready to be a starting DM for a top 6 team in the Premier League yet. I think Aït-Nouri is very good attacking wise. Defensively can be a little suspicious sometimes. Pacho looks very good. The only flaws I see in Pacho is for his height and size. He's not great in the air. Ignacio, I think he could be a bit more physical, but great footballer. Edison, haven't watched enough of him, if I'm going to be honest. I've only seen a few games, but he's looked monstrous in those games. Kudos is fantastic. Bakayoko, I'm guessing that is. I haven't watched enough of him to say.
Well, Bakayoko from Monaco.
I'm not.
From what I've seen of Bakayoko and from PSV, doesn't move me.
Yeah.
Bakayoko. What?
Do you want to know what's crazy?
Johan Bakayoko.
You see, Gray, man. I don't think he's Liverpool level yet, but he's definitely a talent, though.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
He's definite. Do you know what I would like to do with Gray? Buy him and send him out on loan.
Come on, we know it.
We saying great man, being polite, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Jay says Jab Halinho not good enough to be in for. See, I don't know if you're trolling or not now, Jay. I don't know if this is.
He must be trolling. There's no way you don't think he's good enough to. Come on, Jay.
I'll be honest. I will be annoyed if he was the DM that we bought in the summer. He was the only DM, personally.
Fair,
even though you just saw how much he likes to bruck man up. Yeah,
but it's about the other aspects of the game. Remember, that works for Fulham because he just has to be in one spot.
Fulham are good with the ball, you know. Don't sleep on Fulham are good with the ball, you know, bro.
Bruv, he can't. But the thing is, going forward, Paulinho's not that. Do you know what happened to Paulinho when he got?
You don't need him going forward.
Endo crushed him. Endo crushed him. It
was one tackle, to be fair, man.
Yeah,
Paulinho had a very good game.
But Paulinho couldn't do nothing in the game, you know. Nothing.
No, he did have a good game against us.
No, he did. I thought he was all right. He wasn't nothing crazy.
That's why I said
but you can't just use that one game. We got to use 2 seasons, not just one game, bro.
Bruv, I'm telling you, look, from now, if we get Paulinho, from a defensive point of view, you guys will probably be happy with him. When we've got the ball at Anfield and we want to dominate games, you're going to be upset when how limited.
No, I agree.
And he's not press resistant, bro. He's slow, bruv.
No, I hear you. I
can't have a man that trying to sort out his feet.
Endo.
Probably just got as long as strap.
He definitely is quicker than Endo.
He's quicker than Endo.
No, did he? But no, man. I don't know, man. I have to put that in there real quick, you know, like that. That's said the strap out, you know, like that. No, did he?
Big up Gaz member for 4,267 weeks. Can we just sign all the Chungers and Sack in the league? Win the title for Swoon FC. So Boz and Allison already here. Grab and Verge. Oi, no pause. Sign Edison. He was brilliant against us.
I ain't seen enough for Edison though.
Yeah, I've not seen enough.
I've heard a lot of glowing reviews about Edison from other people I've spoken to about him though.
But when we saw him against when I saw him for Atalanta, he seems like I could be wrong, more of a destroyer mode again.
For me, he's more of a box to box with defensive abilities.
Matt, what have you got against destroyers? Because we need more than just a destroyer, Drift.
Tech in it. He's not silky.
No. What I'm saying,
Matt, I don't think we do, bro. We got plenty. We've got Grav. We've got McAllister. We've got silky midfielders. We need a destroyer, bro.
But why can't we get someone in the mold of a Rodri? Why does it like?
Because he cannot.
You basically just said, why can't I have Halle Berry's reincarnation?
You don't understand what I'm saying, you man. All jokes aside, I'm saying the style of play from the player, not the actual quality, bro.
Who, bro?
But Paulinho's not it.
No, you're right, but who is Matt?
But all right, so if you went
like
for
me saying, bro, I don't want a right winger unless it's in the style of a Messi.
All right, then I'll give you an example. No, I'm giving you an example of what I'm trying to say. a Douglas Luiz or a Vifor are more akin to a Rodri style of player rather than Paulinho. Paulinho is just a destroyer, bro.
Not Douglas Luiz.
Douglas Luiz has more to his game. He's press resistant. That's you're taking. What I'm trying to say is
he's press resistant, but his defensive capabilities are nowhere near.
Endo, in my opinion, is a destroyer. It's just not the greatest at it, right? And he's decent at passing. It's like you lot just want to go for that same type of player, but it's just better.
No, I just want someone who's gonna clock people, bruv. That's it, bruv.
Pause.
That's it.
No, I'll give an example.
If we could get him,
I'll give an example. Like unlimited money, sure many. Like he's not just a destroyer, is he? There's a reason why we wanted sure many.
I'd rather Camavinga than sure many.
No, I'd rather sure many. Sure many is more complete.
Well, I'll leave you guys to argue, brother. Whoever says yes, brother, I'll take.
Why can't this is what I'm trying to say. Like that style of player, why has it got to be just a destroyer?
I'm not saying it does, but you're asking for a Rodri, bro. I'm saying that doesn't exist apart from the one that's a Man City handballing and getting away with it.
But I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying style of player, not the player, style.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know who is about that has that style of play, bro.
But this is all right. Let me hear your play. This is what we're here to do.
All right, so do you want me to do mine then? Or shall I get through the supers?
Forgot. Sorry, we got 4 more supers. All right,
shout out to Solo. P1 has become a member. Yo, what's good says, our 2 pivots need to be comfortable in building up, considering this slot is a JDP coach. What's JDP?
Well,
I'm not sure, but in brackets, he's putting values possession over everything. So,
AK Pep disciple. That's a disciple. Paulinho is a big no based on those principles. I hear that. Ash says, don't sleep on Fofana. He's transitioning from an 8 to a 6, has been elite. Him and Vitinha, best midfielders in France last season. You're not getting better for 40 mil.
We missed the
Fofana's a good shout. Yusuf Fofana's a good shout.
Do you know what's crazy?
We missed the vote.
What happened to Decore?
Yeah, we were desperate times.
80 million he was being slapped around.
Folded at Palace.
No, he had his injury issues this season.
Did he? I haven't even seen him play this season. I'll be honest.
Can you imagine that he was 80 million? He was being quoted.
Well, that's what it would take.
That's what they wanted. Yeah, we weren't ever going to pay that for him. Abdullah says, if you sell Diaz, you can have Mudryk for free. No, you're good, thanks, brother.
We don't need him.
Jay says, is Paulinho a Champions League or Premier League winning DM? Not for me, he's not.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, for me, he is. If you've got all the tools around him, yes, I do.
If the system is catered to him, then it could be.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to quickly plow through mine then.
You have to do it quickly, bro. Take your time, bro. Take your time.
So for me, I'm selling Diaz. I'm selling Simicast.
I can still hear you, by the way. Go.
Selling Pitaluga, and Reece Williams. So they're gone. I'm bringing in. All right, this is where I asked the question now, and I just wanna. The reason I'm gonna give some context to it. Colwill.
Oh my. You think he's realistic?
I'm asking. I'm not saying he is. I'm asking because Chelsea are in a position where they have to sell. They have to sell.
Bro, they're not going to sell Colwill. He's homegrown for them.
No, but Conor Gallagher's someone.
They're not selling Colwill.
They might have to sell. In the comments, could you let me know if Colwill?
No, I'm sorry. We need to pause this show, fam. You remember having a go at my list, and the first thing you're asking about is Colwill.
I asked a question, bro.
Nah, this chat, roast him. Roast him, chat.
I asked a question. If it's unrealistic, then
all jokes aside, do you know what it is, Carl? Chelsea would ask an arm and a leg for Colwill because of the whole British thing. Because think about it, it's the whole Declan Rice thing again. Bruv, you know they will say something stupid like 75 mil, which he's not in it. They won't do that, bro. Colwill was good. Don't get me wrong. All jokes aside, he's good, but I just don't think Chelsea sent him to us, bro. That's the killer. That's the only. All jokes aside, that's the only reason why it's unrealistic.
Some people are saying it's cool. Like the majority aren't, but they do have to sell. They have to sell,
but I just don't think they sell him. I could be so wrong though. Maybe they do sell him, and I'll be shocked. But they were quoting us at one point some stupid prices, bro, and they'll probably do the same again. I don't know.
Well, I won't
because they're
pick him
losing
then.
Thiago Silva, aren't they? They lost,
Yeah, they
and yeah. So,
all right. So since you guys won't let me have,
maybe put him there and put asterisks then, and then
no,
you know,
I won't. The chat spoken in it. Like I can't go against the chat.
cook him, chat, cook him good, bruv.
I can't go against the chat. I'm gonna go for a player called Calafiori, who plays
Who does he play for?
He plays in Italy.
Calamari, did you say?
Calafiori, don't do that, Drew. Don't do that.
Oh, what are you seasoning, blood?
I'm so glad it's not me with it. He's not talking about food. See what I'm saying?
By the way, I like the way you think with the Colwell thing, bruv. In 3 or 4 years' time, that's the future England centre backs.
Do you think it's unrealistic as well?
I don't think it's unrealistic. I just don't think Liverpool would spend the money. I think if we went to Chelsea,
So it's not realistic then.
No, but you mean unrealistic as in would the player
would Chelsea? No.
That's
That's no. My argument was, I don't see Chelsea selling Colwell to us right now. They're losing Thiago Silva.
I
don't, bro.
So I'm seeing people in the chat saying he's pretty much. Has he gone to Juve already?
Who?
Calafiori? Surely not.
People are calling him cauliflower.
Hold on.
Oh, Cal, you might have made a boo-boo here. Oh. Cook him, chat. Cook him.
No, they're working on a deal.
Matt is definitely on his Paulinho vibe today.
No, it's because you lot were trying to have a go at my squad, fam, and trying to say certain things. Nah.
If he's Juve bound, then I'll go Pacho.
But it was the chat that said about your squad.
No, but the first thing Cal said is, imagine, so Cal was about me and you, yeah, for saying if we're trying to bend the rules. This guy's asking about Colwell, you know.
I don't think Colwell's crazy.
No, it's not crazy, but it's kind of like in the Douglas Luiz mode. I just don't see it happening. All right, he's British. Chelsea know they need him homegrown, and they know that they're going to lose Thiago Silva. Badishaw's had injuries, and Fofana's had injuries. They're not letting go of Colwell, bro, in my opinion. I could be so wrong. And if I'm wrong, try to cook me if they send this
Calafiori, for me, I'd be very happy. But if everyone's saying he's going Juventus, then I'll go Pacho.
Oh, my defender.
What do you mean your defender, bro? I spoke about Pacho. I put you onto Pacho.
You lied about your list. You lied about your defenders. You lied.
All right, so
I'm only joking. Yeah, go on. I know
so
Pacho's cold.
Pacho. Yeah. I'm going Ugarte for DM.
Okay. All right.
It was between him and Hujmoyland, who plays for Sporting. It was between those two for me. I'm going for Ugarte.
You guys were speaking about the other day, yeah.
I think he's Paulinho, but better on the ball than Paulinho. Not great on the ball by any stretch.
I think he's better on the ball as well. I think he's better on the ball than Paulinho.
Shout out to Roms. Didn't I say that about Pacho? Shout out to Roms in the chat, by the way. Didn't I say the same thing about Pacho?
I wouldn't say he looks. No, do you know what it is? He's not. Can we say no? I would say he's not a command. He's not commanding in the air.
Yeah, for the size of him, he doesn't win enough aerial duels.
But he's 6'1" though, but kind of like lanky 6'1", if that makes sense.
Yeah, but he's a unit. Like he should be winning more in the air.
Yeah, no, he should be better. That's one area I think he can improve on as well. But everything else, I'm thinking he's more than ready still.
All right, so those are my two so far. I'm going Elise, obviously.
I knew he was going to pick Elise. I knew it.
Who's homegrown.
Look at Drift trying to be slick. Man went off screen, eating food.
I'm eating Pringles, bro. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm sure, bro. What, by doing this? I'm eating Pringles, fam. I saw you, bro. There was another Frankfurt defender there from before. Was it?
So Carvalho, I'm gonna put Carvalho in for now, but I might sell him.
Yeah, Michael, I'm trying to put on weight, bro.
Carvalho.
I'm going Gutrida for right back.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I hear you on that one. I hear you.
All right, this is my dilemma now.
No, Vinicius isn't going to leave just because Mbappe's going, Cal.
No, it's the Isak one. If everyone's saying Isak's not real, because Isak would be my last one.
But that's the chat said I can't do it. It's not realistic. Because if not, I would have changed. Well, we know I would have changed. But yeah. But the chat said it's too unrealistic.
No, Cal, it's not even just about being unrealistic with the player himself. The amount of money you'd have to pay to get Elise, you've already done a big transfer there.
Well, Elise's 55 or 60 mil release clause.
I heard the release clause isn't a real thing.
It is. It's definitely.
Yes.
It's definitely a real thing.
Yeah,
I've been hearing so many different things about this Elise release clause.
No, 50. Well, the last time
definitely
I
there, bro. That's why I signed a new contract.
Because apparently, Man United and Chelsea are the ones that are heading that queue.
Yeah,
he's definitely.
My window might be cheaper than yours from the looks of it. You two.
Than mine.
Who was yours again?
Kudos
is going to set you back at least 80 mil.
Yeah.
Pacho 60.
60? No.
How much is he going to go for then, man?
No, but Pacho would be about 30.
Are you crazy? He signed for them last year, bro.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Viper. Pacho probably be about 45, 50, sorry.
Pacho might be
60.
50 to 60 for Pacho. Watch.
You think Pacho will be sick? We're not paying 60 for Pacho.
Between 50 and 60 for Pacho.
Bro, I guarantee you we pay less than 60 for Pacho if we get him. No chance.
Robinson's going to go for at least 40 as well.
Is Pacho 60? Is that how much he's worth?
Yes.
No, he ain't 6. But he plays for Frankfurt.
Yeah.
There's no. I'm just being real. I don't think Liverpool paid 60.
That's what the route.
Let me go transfer market. What do they value him at? Just out of interest. I know they're not buyable, so to speak. They're not.
By the way, it's being reported that there's no confirmation on the Elise's thing, but people think it's around that much. But
30 million euros.
No one can confirm nor deny whether it actually is.
Pacho's 30 million euros, bro, on transfer market.
All right, go and have a look at put in I don't know. Put in Kudos into transfer mark, then see what his value comes up as.
How do you feel about Mateus now?
50.
Cal?
Huh?
Yeah. 50. So
how much, Matt?
Yeah, but it also said last update was 27th of May. That was yesterday, so they're a bit late. Whereas Pacho, that was actually Pacho was March still. Someone's slacking still.
Yeah, there we go.
But you know what though? You got market value. Let me double check something. Hold on 1 second.
If I'm not allowed to have Isak, then I'm going Ivan Toney.
I hear that. But who you?
I'm selling Nunes. No, I'm not actually. I'm not. I'll keep Nunes, but he'll be a backup left winger.
What about Mateus, Cal?
Nunes, yeah. Well played, dude. Well played. I still think there's a player there. Not as good as the Dharma Traore, but he's decent.
Hold on, I just realized you're getting a winger Elise for you get Elise for the right, and you sold Diaz, yeah?
Yeah.
So on the left, I'm guessing you Gakpo for.
So we've only got one left winger then.
No, you guys aren't gonna like this. Shout out to Jamie because it's something, and shout out to Lay because I've been speaking to about this as well.
You're gonna do a Klopp. You're gonna play players out of position. Yeah, go on.
My left wingers, choice for left wingers would be Gakpo, Nunes, and Szoboszlai.
Yeah, did you speak to Jurgen yesterday?
No, the reason I say that.
Did he give you that blueprint? Nunes left wing.
If you look at Szoboszlai's career and the way Slot likes to play with his wingers, I think Szoboszlai could end up playing left wing for Liverpool this season.
You have been in Drift. You need to have a guy because Drift. I feel like you need to have a guy.
I'm not saying this is what I want to happen.
He's been slating Nunes, saying but now Cal wants to play him as the backup. Drift. I'll let you cook him. Cook him, fam. Cook him. No, you gotta cook him for that.
I'd have to preheat the oven for this one still.
Bro, put it on gas. I'll put it on gas mark 9.
Bro.
Yeah, not. Do you know what it is, bro? What you're saying isn't crazy. However,
Matt, remember, I'm limited.
But me and you have been the
signings.
biggest advocates. That's why I can put myself in.
Because I'm limited to 5 signings, Matt. If I could make more signings, then I'm selling Nunes and I'm bringing in someone else. But I can't.
But bro,
for me,
all right, go on.
It's more important to get Pacho, who's a left centre back who can play left back. I'll sell Simicast as well. I'd keep him based on I'd sell Simicast. I'm selling Simicast.
But this is why I said to you.
Sorry as well. I'm selling Phillips.
Bro.
Who else am I selling from here? I'm probably going to sell. I mean, I don't have to sell Carvalho.
No, Nunes left wing, Cal.
Could we? You know what? I don't mean to be disrespectful to Carvalho, but especially after him coming off the back of a very good loan spell at Hull, should we try and use him as a bargaining tool for some of the players that we're going for? Because he could probably improve or at the very least do well in a few of these teams. Like, say, for example, West Ham. Carvalho might be a good player for West Ham. Could we use him in negotiations when it comes to things like Kudos or somebody who we would want from one of these teams?
I doubt it.
I don't think he's...
You don't think he's good enough to be a part of the negotiation?
No, they'll just want straight money for Kudos.
Yeah,
they ain't going to do negotiation team.
But you know, when you just add a little cherry on top, so to speak, a little bit like what we did with Wolves. We went for Jota and then we just threw in Matt's guy as like a little sweetener for the deal. You know what I mean?
Who?
If I could have made one more signing,
I can't even think
it would have been I'm selling Nunes and bringing someone in. But I can't. If I could get Isak, this would make things a whole lot easier. I can't.
But that's what I said I would do, so we can't. So now, Cal, you have to go by your own rules.
No, I'm happy to go by the rules. Happy to go by the rules.
So you're keeping Nunes.
What else? What am I just going to sell him for the sake of it?
No. Obviously not. I'm just talking about the left wing. I'm actually surprised. All jokes aside, I'm actually surprised. I'm just genuinely surprised that you're going to play him.
Where else am I going to put him, though, bro? Gakpo would have to be my starting left winger or Szoboszlai, which I'm not even.
But it's because you've made more changes, so you've had to tweak yours more.
But for me, and I want Trent in midfield. I want Gutrida at right back because I think you've got more solidity there. Pacho can either deputise for Virgil or play left back if we're going to do the inverted system in some games, which I think could work. Then you've also got Ugarte, who sits next to McAllister or Trent in the pivot.
No, the players you've got are perfect. I think they're very, very good. What I'm saying is...
for the right. Elise can also play in a 10 as well. You can play Salah and Elise in the same game if you need to sometimes. Or
so, Cal, while you're explaining your thing, could you just scroll to my one quickly, please, so I can just look at something?
Because even on mine, bro, I've kept Diaz and Nunes. Yeah. But I'm not using him as a left winger. There's a difference. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So you're still going with Nunes and Jota then?
Yeah. Because I brought in Kudos and I'm giving Nunes another chance. Because what I wanted to do, like you said, was the Isak thing. But what I'm not going to do is move Nunes to left wing. If we're going to get the best out of Nunes in an Arne slot system where he wants his wingers to be direct and take-ons, Nunes ain't the greatest for take-ons. Yes, he can use his pace, but the take-on thing, you're better off just going with what you have. And just keeping Nunes central. If you keep Nunes centrally, don't get him to run the channels and all them things there. Don't let him just focus on what he needs to focus on. You're better off doing that rather than him being a backup winger. That's why I think things get confusing.
I thought Diaz wanted to stay. I'd sell Nunes and keep Diaz.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Are we sticking to 5 signings?
Yes, Drift, we are.
We gotta be somehow realistic, bro. Drift, we only get.
I knew you'd try to throw a curveball in. Look at him, bro. He knew
why
something.
Do you think he's been silent for this whole segment? That's why I said, let me look at my team again. Let me see if I can cook up something more.
If you lot are gonna be bad man like that, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, we're being bad man.
No, I'm gonna swap Luiz for Eze.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna swap Luiz for Eze.
You're swapping.
I need Eze.
Douglas Luiz for Eze.
Yeah, because I've got Paulinho now. And even though it would be beautiful to have Luiz, I also believe that it could be slightly unrealistic as well to think we could prize him out of Villa. So swap Luiz for Eze, please. And
So
Eze's also homegrown.
Eze gonna cost some money, you know. So Eze gonna be about 60.
I don't care how much he costs.
We gotta be realistic, bro.
Where's Eze playing in the team?
He can play number 10 or he can play wide left or wide right. He's multifaceted, Cal.
Fair dues.
If you really wanted to, you could probably even convert Eze into an advanced 8. There's loads of things you could do with a player that talented.
Eze is cold, but I think if you're gonna play Eze, just play him in the 10. He cooks in the 10.
He played against Arsenal on the wing and he was absolutely brilliant. Like he can play, he's multifaceted, you man. He can play so many different.
He can play on the left, but as I agree with Matt, play him in his best position. Again, I know that's going to sound hypocritical because I'm saying Szoboszlai could play on the left. Szoboszlai's actually played out on the left for a large portion.
Plus, that's I get what you're saying because that's their back. That's like their backup position, so to speak. We're talking about Eze because if you're playing a 4-2-3-1. You've got a conundrum. He plays a 10, but if you're gonna get Eze drift, in my opinion, I would either be, in fact you got I guess either Eze, Szoboszlai, or Elliot, whoever's on form. I guess.
Yeah,
as I said, if I was confident Diaz was staying, then I'd sell Nunes and keep Diaz.
I'll be real with you. Like again, if it was me, I probably would sell Nunes and try and get Isak. But when you, like you guys were saying, when you hear all the journalists start saying things like, one of Arne Slot's things is to improve on them. It's like, they're already telling us basically that he ain't being sold. Unless someone gives a crazy bid, I don't think we sell Nunes. There's more chance of Diaz going, especially because of, it seems like his dad wants him to play at Barca. That seems more likely. That is more realistic to me. But
can I ask you guys one question?
Yeah.
We're not going to add it to the sheets. But if you could sign one more player on top of what you've already got, who would it be? And for what position?
Is this still realistic again, yeah?
Well, that would technically be I keep Diaz and Eze would have been the guy, innit?
No, because Diaz, we're selling Diaz though, innit?
No, so did I say Diaz? Sorry, Douglas.
Oh, Luiz. Okay, so Luiz would be yours.
Mine would be. All right, so if we still keep it realistic, probably Gertrude. Because you know one thing I've realized about Liverpool, as much as I think we will hopefully control games better, I do think you need an abundance of defenders, you know. Because one thing I've noticed as well is like we've got Virgil, obviously he's getting older. Robertson's a little getting on a bit as well. Trent, not too sure whether he still wants to defend or be a midfielder. Bradley's played very, very well, but still young. Matip has just left. You kind of need to make sure, and obviously Konate injury problems as well. You kind of need to make sure you have enough. And listen, I remember when I said this at the start of the season with Man City. Man City, there was a reason why them man have 5 centre backs, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say you need to necessarily have 5, but you need to have a good amount.
All 4 of them across the
no,
back,
I know, bro. But what it is like whenever there was an injury, especially to John Stones, they were never short. And even when they had another injury, they were never short. They always made sure they had enough. And yeah, it is the way how they play as well. But kind of like with Arsenal as well, a little bit. Like Arsenal kind of made sure when you think about Kyrgios naturally a centre-back, then you got Gabriel, then you got Saliba. Ben White is like a mix of a centre-back and a right-back. So they kind of had enough.
Naturally a centre-back though.
Naturally, so they kind of had enough there as well again, because you got Tommy Yasu.
Remember that first if history has taught us anything, you don't beat Guardiola playing like Guardiola.
No, I'm not. No,
let Arteta continue to keep thinking that he should follow fashion and do all these things. It's not even about fashion. Guardiola does.
Matip just left. Matip has just left Drift. Yeah. Konate, injury problems. Virgil gotten older. Kwanzaa just starting.
Oh,
Gomez.
you're talking about having centre backs at the club. I don't have a problem with you saying having centre. I thought you were talking about playing 4 centre backs across the back four.
No. We don't need to do that. No. I'm just saying, make sure we've got enough centre backs.
Well, if you include,
that's how I got Gertruda, because Gertruda plays on. But if we get Gertruda,
and he plays, and he can play 6 as well.
Yeah, he's versatile. Not only that frees up Gomez again.
Well, I was going to say, if you include Gomez, we have 5 centre backs if we buy one. Because we've already got 4 at the club already.
Ibu, Kwanzaa,
and Gomez,
innit?
So if you buy one, we've got 5 already.
But so buying Gertruda means you're freeing up. No, but it's basically because remember the Champions League format is the madness this year, isn't it?
Gertruda for me would be my starting right back. Gomez for me would be the player that covers the whole back line.
Yeah, Gomez is the versatile, but Gertruda is as well at the same time.
No, he is, but I'd have Gertruda. For me, Gertruda would be a better right back than Gomez.
Yeah, I hear that. Gertruda.
So Gomez for me would be the one that literally anyone needs to rest.
Anyone to be set.
I think
they think Klopp.
I brought him back on I forgot about Sepp because I brought him back in it. Yeah.
I think he gets sold.
Apparently, rumors are Liverpool placed a 20 million price tag on him.
Yeah, Edwards is
back.
I saw that.
You know Edwards is back straight away.
Remember, that's what I said. Remember when I said to you, like, we can get 20 mil, you cash in now. That's what I said.
But would you not even see if he's good enough?
I don't mind if we see if he's good enough, but if you're trying to rack up the piece so you can go and buy some of the people that we want to actually buy,
I get what you mean. Maybe you would have
one of the people you'd have to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I hear that.
Yeah. So from the looks of it, it's not an easy summer, is it, boys? Like,
I think it's going to be a very uneventful summer. I'm not even trying to do the party pooping thing. That's Cal's job, but I genuinely do believe that's going to be it.
Man said that's Carl's job, that's his job.
I just wanted to stick to the rules. If I let you say, if I just said Drift, sign with you want to sign, the show would have been a madness.
But we'd have fun, Cal.
Yeah, and we'd also have the biggest wages in football history.
Well, let's move like Man United, man, innit? Why not?
No, maybe not there. Maybe let's move like something.
I'm gonna say, bro, that's not good.
No, I mean in the wages, not on the pitch. I mean in the wages.
No, but they give wages to some foolishness.
Anyone?
Bro.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Let's help these supers. Andy says, guys, what about Bobby Clark and Lewis Kumas? I'd loan out Bobby Clark. Kumas, I don't think is anywhere near being first.
No, he's not. Yeah, he maybe need a loan or something, or just staying under 23s.
I'd keep him in under 23s.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good? Says Sobo as a touchline winger trying to beat his man in start possessions on the slot. LOL. Rather keep Diaz as third choice purely based on how Slot uses wingers. Slot will love Nunes, in my opinion. I don't think Slot does use wingers who stay on the touchline though. They're more creative, or at least one is more creative than the other.
Yeah.
So I think Bosley wouldn't be that one. I don't think either of them would be, to be honest. He usually likes width from the fullbacks, to be honest, from what I've seen anyway. But not at the same time, where back in the day it used to be Robbo and Trent would bomb on and then Genie and Henna would kind of tuck in, whereas now, if I'm not mistaken, Slot will have one bomb on and the other one will sit deep alongside one of the midfielders or potentially the 2 pivots. Big up Faster Tortoise, who says hello from Amsterdam. Big up yourself. Big up
yourself, bro.
Phillips in the chat. Go and subscribe to
Big
Jamie's
up,
channel.
Jay.
Beck, Moore, and Carvalho all count as homegrown for the coming season. I would keep them all. I don't think Carvalho does, Jay. I'm gonna double check this. I don't think he does. I have a list on my computer. I'll just get it up.
He's been in England since he was of a certain age. He must do, Cal.
He might. I'm not sure.
It might be but he's not. Is he? I think I've got it here.
He's 21 at the moment, and we signed him 2 years ago, so he would have been 19. He spent a year at Fulham, so 18. Would he not have qualified? Like, how many? Is it 5 years you have to have been in England or something like that?
What am I looking? Sorry. You know what? Jay's absolutely right. It is this year. So 24-25, he's homegrown, yeah. I was getting him confused with someone else. He is, yeah. Jay's right. Shout out to it. I think a few other people in the chat said it as well. So Carvalho, yeah.
I don't
Guys,
think Carvalho gets into the team, though, if I'm being honest.
Guys,
I mean, if Szoboszlai's played as one of the left wingers, then Carvalho can get in the team. Because if McAllister,
I'd rather we move Salah centrally than play Carvalho.
Nah, I think everyone looks at how Salah ended the season and think like Salah's kind of slots dream winger. He's a goal scorer, high chance creator.
Actually, do you know what? That's a good point, you know. Hold on. Somebody sent me something today. Big up. And you lot will be quite surprised at this. So hold on, let me get this.
I think people are massively sleeping on what Salah brings to the table.
No, I know. Guys, just quickly, are we allowed to and again I'm asking. You know, your club having some leaving thing today, I believe.
Is it
Yeah, but it wasn't televised though.
Yeah, are we allowed to show anything from that? Like from a camera, you know, someone's filming it. Are we allowed to show that or we can't?
I'm not sure.
There's a clip of him crying, you know, bro. It's actually kind of emotional.
Yeah, we don't want to see that live, bro. We don't want to see
that.
No.
No.
Right, so Cal, listen to this, yeah. Big up Jason who sent us this, yeah. Because he said he was quite intrigued. So he went back through our player ratings. And in the first half of the season, this is Mo's player ratings. Bournemouth 6, Villa 7, Wolves 9, West Ham 10, Tottenham 7, Brighton 8, Forest 9, Luton 4, Fulham 6, Sheffield 4, Palace 6, United 5, Burnley 7. I don't think Salah had as good of a season as we think he did. If you think about that being the first half of the season, and then we know what his second half of the season was like.
But what did we rate him overall when we did the player ratings for him?
Well, basically, we said he had a really good first half of the season, a really poor second half, so we balanced it out, and I think we ended on 7. But if you look how many low scores he got in the first half of the season, maybe we overrated. Like, you know, like memory didn't serve us right.
Some high scores in there as well, though.
Yeah, he's got a 10, he's got a 9, he's got an 8 in here. He's got 2
7.5 sounds about right. 7.5,
but then he's got some 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Like, you know how bad it is when we give 4s.
I overrated him at one point because I said 8.5 and you lot said 7.5. I think 7.5 is right, though.
So I say that to say this and big up Jason for sending us that. Guys, I do think that Mo's a little bit of a worry still playing wing, you know. I do think he's a little bit of a worry playing wing.
Shout out to Jay who did that. It'd be very interesting to get the rest of the player ratings, though.
Oh, what you mean that because this was up to AFCON, and then he
no, I'm talking about other players, other forwards.
Yeah, because that's not all the games. So he's just done a certain amount of games, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the other forwards, because I'll be honest, if he's getting those, the other forwards are probably even lower.
I reckon, yeah, like all of them.
No, but we're going on the premise of what we do with Salah. So, like, forget everyone else for a minute. Like, if Salah had a season like that as the winger, I do think it's a conundrum, you know. I do. Like, we all know that he's physically losing a lot of attributes.
I don't know why, though. Can I tell you why?
That make you a winger.
Just quickly, do you know the only reason I think Salah had such a bad season? When we inverted Trent, Salah was asked for a touchline, yeah, and run down the wing. Whereas when it was old school and Trent would give the width down the byline, Salah would go inside closer to goal. This is probably Salah's worst season, not only because of injury and age, because of the playing style that he was asked to do. Bro, when Trent was inverting, Salah was touchline. How many times did you see? We're like, why isn't Salah more central? Because Trent would tuck in, Salah would have to provide the width. Whereas I do think if we get more width from the fullback, Salah's able to go inside and be his normal self and be closer to goal. He hasn't got to do so much running. That's just what I think.
I'm not even going to say
he has lost a step as well, but I just think.
Yeah, I'm not even saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I think we got a bigger conundrum with what we do with Salah than we realise.
Plus, there's a lot of football as well, like coming back from the AFCON and being injured, like
based on 1 year left as well.
I don't think.
I think it's a bigger problem than we think. You know.
I was going to do a members video on it, so I'm inspired to do more research now because of what you just brought up, Drift. So
it's a little worrying, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's a little from both angles. What do we do with him, and is he declining? Like, it's a bit of a worry. It's a bit of a worry.
That's why you keep him and you get Elise in, isn't it?
That's why I'm getting Kudos, bro.
I hear that. But then he has to sign a contract extension because he can't walk away for free.
I'll be honest with you, I genuinely don't have an issue if he walks away for free.
I would give him the 1 year extension.
For real?
No, honestly, yeah.
I don't think we can risk that, Cal, man. Especially with FFP becoming a bit more stringent. We have to be a business as well now because of it. Edwards won't let him walk away for free either, bro. I would be very shocked if Edwards let Salah walk away.
I'm just saying what I would do. I'd be all right with him leaving free because I think another season with Salah, I think we could potentially win something if we make other signings.
Yes, it is a little worrying. It is a little worrying.
That is a mosh.
Came in for what, 35 mil? Been at the club for would have been 8 years. Broken record upon records. Could potentially be leaving with another league if he's on and the other players are on. Like,
well, we laughed at Man United for letting Pogba go for free, and he didn't even have that much resale value.
What did Pogba do at Man United?
No, but that's what I'm saying, bro. So if we laughed at them and his resale value wasn't even that high, and we still laughed at them for signing him and letting him go.
Those are completely different players, though. Pogba injuries were mad.
No, forget the comparison of the players. I'm saying
best out of him.
He was a talent, and that was why we laughed at Man United for letting him walk away for free. Right. So we shouldn't then let our talent walk
away. They've let him go for free twice, bro.
I mean, that is what makes it extra funny. I agree with that.
Plus, but I think
it's still a bit weird though to let.
Do you know? I don't want to say. I don't want to say this, but big on NBA fans. Yeah, remember when my man said we're going to use it like a bar of soap until there's nothing left. Bro, to a degree, I'm not trying to say
that's said that. That's a big pause.
Yeah. I know. What's his name?
Coach, I can't remember the coach's name.
San Antonio. Greg Popovich said it, innit? He said that about Manu Ginobili, who's also European as well. Yeah.
But what I'm saying, he wanted him to turn into Imperial level, where only the labels left.
The label, remember the little square bit on top with the label. We're breaking the soap in half and then putting water together to stick it back.
Bro, bro, do you know how mad that is? That he said that, yeah. But I what he's saying is, we're gonna use, man. This sounds mad when you even say it. Hella pause, no diddy. He's trying to say, right, we'll utilize what he has until there's nothing left or whatever, and then do you know what I mean? You sell it or you let him go.
Patient thing, bro.
Bro, it's a good thing that they're both of same ethnicity, so to speak.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's a wild statement.
A white man couldn't say that to a black man, and a black man could say that to a white man, and vice versa in other races. They're both white.
If they're both but that is a wild statement, man. I can't believe you got away with that. That is an extremely wild statement. Man
said use him as a bar of soap, fam.
Madness.
It's crazy. That is mad.
That is mad.
That's wild, bro.
I can't believe you got away with that. I can't believe you got away with that.
Popovich is crazy, though.
Well, boys, I'm going to wrap up there. Anything you want to add before we say goodnight to the people?
No, man. Good show, man. Really enjoyed it. Big up everyone. We've had 1,000 strong. Please make sure you've been smashing that.
In it for real, man.
Yeah. And I hope everybody obviously enjoyed the fact that you got, well, including the members, you got about 5-6 hours out of us today. Like, you know what I mean? It's been a grind today, man.
A lot of content. But no, big up the people each and every time. I hope you've enjoyed the content. Hope some of you enjoyed the FC24 stuff as well, that we've done a little bit on here as well on the main channel. And if you want to see more, go check it out on the members. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this show as well. Really do. And yeah, there'll be more content as well, as you guys know.
Going to be dropping a couple World Cup throwbacks as well at some point during this week. So look out for those. That should be fun as well. Yeah.
For anyone asking, speaking of Rams, when did we say? But end of June, July, I'm gonna jump on FC24. Maybe
we're gonna do the pro clubs. We're gonna try and we'll sort out the pro clubs. Kyle will get involved in the pro clubs thing. You know, everyone controls their own player. Pro club. What everyone knows about pro clubs is anyway.
Big up Sadiq every time, brother. Yeah, I will be doing Euro watch-alongs, Ali. Definitely. I won't be covering every game because 3 games a day, every day is an absolute Mazzolini, and I don't know where I'd get the time. Got to do work, all that kind of stuff. But there will definitely be selected games I will be doing, guys. You know, so yeah, man. And hopefully these boys and other people will be able to jump on. So we'll have some fun with the Euros. It will be very interesting.
We've got UFC this Saturday. So rest of the week, boys. What are we going Thursday and Friday this week?
Yeah. Tomorrow's a day off. But there will still be some stuff dropping that will hopefully be getting edited up by the end of tonight. So hopefully there'll still be something tomorrow. But yeah, day off tomorrow. Back on the grind Thursday.
Indeed.
Cool.
Jamie, 100%, bro. That's gonna be Ram. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of special guests on my channel for the Euros. It's gonna be fun. Me and Jamie are gonna be grafting during that Euros.
I don't want to spoil some of the gaming stuff, but you'll see. I don't want to say too much yet, but there'll be more stuff. Don't worry. There'll be more stuff.
Oh, what? The RP?
Don't say no.
No one's gonna know what I'm talking about when I say RP. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Some of them gamers are crazy, bro. You'll say, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. If we do that one, fam, it's a wrap.
You know what? I might actually cover the Champions League final ghost. I'm gonna see how much.
Is it this Saturday?
Yeah, it's this Saturday. Yeah. I might actually try and cover it.
Saturday's a big one. We got this. You got that. You got the boxing and UFC on Saturday as well.
What boxing?
Hold on, there's UFC.
Matchroom versus Queensbury, 5v5. Wilder and Zhang and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, is that this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Saturday night. But what about the UFC thing? Who's fighting?
That's Saturday. That's Poirier and Makachev.
That's this Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Me,
Jamie, and Luke are going live straight after this to do
But I'm not gonna lie, this weekend sounds crazy.
Like, Saturday seems like it's gonna be a man cave thing.
I didn't know it's Poirier and Makachev this weekend. Do you know I got stand for that? Oh my days, bro.
Oh, now it makes sense what all that drilling and that was. It was Cal getting a lock fitted on the door.
Not even. Do you know why? Saturday's my wedding anniversary.
Oh, so...
Your Drifty's face said everything I needed to know.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
You know what, Cal? She had her day. Let's give you yours.
Cool. You got her number, bro. Message her.
Yeah.
Well,
she watches the show. I'm sure she can see this clip again. Just know that I wasn't involved.
I'm gonna stay out of that one, Cal. I'm gonna stay out.
No, you already got yourself involved. I ain't involved.
Technically, I can do UFC because that's on the 2nd in England, isn't it? but yeah.
I'm not gonna take the lick for that one, bruv. So,
bro,
divorce is expensive, you know, bruv.
I hear you. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Oh man.
Mike says, "What do you guys do for work?" Bit of everything.
Indeed.
Freelance.
Indeed.
Bit of everything, man. So yeah, while you guys enjoy your Saturday, I will as well. But I'll enjoy my Sunday when the UFC starts. But yes, me, Luke, and Jamie gonna go live now.
You know what? You'll have a much better day than all of us, if we're completely being honest, because anniversaries end spectacularly. We all know the rules. So you'll have a better day than all of us.
Yeah, but he's got to now juggle the anniversary with the content.
And the kids.
Yeah.
And the youths them.
Well, I'm just saying, innit?
Man went.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's what I'm saying, fam. It's crazy.
Nah, it's gonna be a long day still. But it'll be a fun day, man.
No,
I've got to make it fun, innit?
You have to, bro. You have to, bro.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing for sure. Cal will be knackered by the end of the day. So
no, I've got UFC, you man. Like, I don't think you really like.
I can't even sleep, bro. Because you
see back at work on Monday.
Will be like, what 3 till 6? No, 3 till 6.
Yeah, man.
yeah. No, big up you, man. Enjoy your man caves this weekend, innit?
Yeah, you got to do some serious maneuvering, bro.
And all that.
You have to do some serious maneuvering, boy. I'm not gonna lie. Serious maneuvering on Saturday.
Do you know what, Jay's right? It's usually about 3 till 7 in the morning, because then I'll stay up. I'll usually do a review and I'll chop up some of the stuff as well.
The UFC is tough to cover, man. It's very tough from England.
That's our
anyway.
ratings, fam. Yeah, because of the timing, innit? It's just the timing for the UK.
It's the one thing I do like about Saudi picking up a lot of the boxing now. We get reasonable times for the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I
That's
mean?
true.
Because when it's in Vegas, it's a madness.
Well, Vegas, they're gonna do the ring walk at 3:00. Yeah, ring walk's at 4:59.
Yeah.
Like,
There's been some times when it's been 5:15. See the Mayweather fights. I remember one time it was 5:15. Bro.
Yeah, I remember, bro. Them
I remember
times
you
there's
falling
too much.
asleep at mine when we was watching the Wilder
Fury.
because it was
Bro,
about
I was done.
4:35 by the time.
4:30, yeah, about 4:30 in the
like
morning. Mum's like this.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Bro, I was done, fam. I was done.
I woke him up when I screamed when Wilder hit the knockdown in the 10th or the 11th.
So you missed the fight, man.
Bro, I was tired, bro.
That was a 12th round, bro. Are you talking about the first knockdown or the second one?
No, the second one.
That's 12th round, bro. You missed the whole fight, bro.
No, but I was tired. I don't think you understand, fam. I was tired. No, because what's so crazy, I said to Drifty.
I think he was awake until around round 3 or 4, and then he just dozed.
I
You
was
basically
tired,
went to
bro.
Drift's house for snacks and a sleepover, bro.
Yeah, I remember I woke him up screaming when the knockdown happened in the 12th.
No, but bro, I don't think you understand. I'm tired. Because I even said Drift, like, oh, yesterday I went to bed mad. I even said to him, I'm going to struggle.
Boxes on, but I know you're a heavy sleeper as well, so that would have been
you, man. You know when I'm tired, I'm done.
The only thing I'll say in Matt's defense, we also went out that night, so we've been dancing and drinking. So if you're already tired and then you drink and you go dancing, then you are going to be extra knackered by that.
And I'm not even trying to do the bossy thing, but I remember I consumed a lot, and I was just tired. It just made me tired, fam. Just sleepy, just mad tired.
Crazy. But big up to everyone. If you're interested in MMA, gonna be going live now with Luke and Jamie on the Sanderson show, so tune into that. If you're not an MMA fan or a combat fan, then make sure you look at the member stuff. You watch the Monday Night Live show if you haven't already. Watch this again if you haven't, or tell people to watch this. Switch on the notification bell. We'll be back on Thursday night unless anything crazy happens tomorrow. People, it's been a pleasure. Slots and Richard Hughes have got a big job on their hands. That's why they get paid the big bucks. We don't. So people, thank you so much for tuning in. Till we see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish. We're out, people. Take care.
Love.
Peace.